Asani mia when you hear TV bino. I also say sound. Not to prepaid. Na me chilly AC. I no go fit sweat like that. See fine girl.
Hey Anita.
Jesus.
Baby I will do no jinawa. Mr. Remember, dial *959#. Oh iPhone na back to my. No one can say nyosika so ati.
Sister, next time Kati call the what? Dial *959# and I call 590mobile.com.gh. Not to be 590 mobile. Head down some.
I used to stress about where to receive my Abro Tracy car and always used to doubt whether my friend has really sent it.
So I asked a friend of mine and he said his wife used to have similar challenges until she decided to receive money transfers from CBG.
Well, I can relate because now I receive my money from CBG. It's so simple, fast and secure with no delays and no hidden fees. And I must say, life is now feeling good.
Stay connected to your loved ones no matter where they are. With Consolidated Bank Ghana's money transfer services, you can receive money quickly and securely from abroad, whether through MoneyGram, Western Union, PayAngel, TransFast, UnityLink, RIA, EaseRemit, Thunes, TapTap Send, and TerraPay. Cash out your way any day with Consolidated Bank Ghana. Welcome to the good life. CBG, we stand with you.
We stand with you.
Prices will go sweet to your body. Plenty products they and deals. Free a crack, see bimbila. Bribi wa homa obia. From appliances to clothes, beauty products pay as you wish. Quality products guaranteed. If it matters to you, then it matters to us. Try Jumia today. Your pocket to thank you. Try Jumia today. Your pocket to thank you. Try Jumia today. Oh, your pocket to thank you. Try Jumia today. Your pocket to thank you.
Is there anything better than winning a bet? Well, with Betway's world first bet influencer feature, there is now. When you place a bet with Betway, you will generate a unique code. By sharing these codes, you will earn 4% off every wager in cash. And when word starts spreading, the returns start rising. No matter the outcome, you can score big. It's easy to create your own codes. Choose your favorite teams and send to your friends anytime, anywhere. So, what are you waiting for? Start betting, sharing, and winning with Bet Influencer. Brought to you by Betway. Watch the next video for all the details. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18. Bet the responsible way. Betway. Get way more.
This December, chop life with no fear of January. You know why? The SG Ghana Festive Cashback promo is here. Use your SG Ghana Visa card. Shop, chill, party, enjoy, and stand the chance of winning your share of 120,000 Ghana cedis. Here's how. Between now and the 31st of January 2026, use your SG Ghana Visa card for all your transactions. Make at least 5 transactions totaling not less than 2,000 Ghana cedis, and your share of the 120,000 Ghana cedis could be a reality in the grand draw. The more transactions you make, the better your chances of winning. So go on. Use your SG Ghana Visa card and spend with confidence this Christmas, because January Fit reward you big time. Haha. Chale, yes! SG Ghana Festive Cashback promo. Spend now, smile later. For more inquiries, call 0302-214-314. T's and C's apply. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Concerned about your health? Don't let uncertainty weigh you down. Get the clarity you deserve with SynLab. We offer fast, accurate, and reliable diagnostic testing, from routine blood work to advanced screenings. With over 5,000 tests and branches nationwide, SynLab delivers the trusted quality you've come to rely on. Our expert team uses cutting-edge technology to provide the answers you need so you can take control of your well-being today. Visit any SynLab branch. Call 0302-763-580 or 059-380-410 or 059-380-4101 or check out synlab.com.gh. SynLab, your trusted lab right where you are. SynLab, the new med lab. SynLab, test with the best.
Hey, is it my TV or my eyes? Why? If you say everything clear past my future.
Oh, Charlie, it's not your eyes. It's the TCL C6K QD Mini LED TV.
With QD Mini LED technology, you get deep blacks, bright highlights, and colors so real. See, even the referee's board head, they shine.
Movies, football, gaming, every detail sharp like a new razor blade.
If your old TV they show bleh bleh, Charlie, it's time to upgrade.
Visit any Electroland Ghana shop for yours and enter the ongoing Achedia promo.
TCL C6K QD Mini LED TV.
TCL, inspire greatness.
This is a story of determination. This is the story of Anthony Owusu-Ansah and his delivery business, Shark Express. What started as one man's dream is now a thriving same-day delivery business that serves hundreds of families. Through financing, mentorship, business networks, and market access, APSA is helping businesses like Shark Express grow, create jobs, build futures, and deliver joy across Ghana. Behind Anthony's success isn't only hard work. It's having the right partner like APSA, one that helps him dream bigger and reach further every day. From funding to guidance, APSA stands with entrepreneurs who dare to dream.
We see your story and we invite you to write it with us. Your story matters. APSA.
Citi 97.3.
Accra.
Citi 97.3.
More variety.
Citi 97.3 FM.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
No matter where we are, Africa always calls us home. And here in Ghana, the call is clear: to power growth and create lasting impact. At Stanbic Corporate and Investment Banking, we are creating giants and connecting businesses. From financing bold energy projects to enabling cleaner, reliable power for industries, we are fueling Ghana's transformation. With our support, Gensa Energy is delivering sustainable energy that powers Goldfields operations, helping them move closer to cleaner, greener mining. This is a story of how we bring businesses together, create jobs, empower communities, and invest in the next generation. Stanbic Bank, delivering sustainable growth, creating impact. To learn more, visit stanbicbank.com.gh.
There can be no other 97.3. No need to change. Keep it tuned to Citi. You're number one. Don't look no further. We've got it all covered. Citi FM.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Good morning to life.
Good morning.
Music, talk, inspiration, in perspective.
Express yourself. Good morning, my neighbor.
Citi FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
Citi FM 97.3.
Wale mawono e fonko bogbeno enyela yito ikepamo e kokuranya bano mawoboe wale mawono e fonko bogbeno enyela yito ikepamo e kokuranya bano ma wachepo bio shele fenshona shia ma wachepo ma ho shele fenshona shia engela yito ikepamo e kokuranya bano engela yito ikepamo Come on.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise. This is the City Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
.33 Perez music. He calls this one Hewalelala. Beautiful way to start your morning. It's Wednesday, 28th day of January 2026, 97.3 Citi FM. Making your morning drive more meaningful. Starting off with the Business Sense segment brought to you by Stanbic Corporate and Investment Banking. Newspaper review segment, business and sports, all happening this morning. It's also the month of January, a month of effective living. How do you start and grow your agribusiness? That's our topic for the last part of the show. Still talking the rules of management. Do one or two things well and avoid the rest. So these are the rules. Over 100 rules for managers. This is rule 97. He says the really good manager is a specialist. You can't do everything. You can't do everyone's job. You can't do more than a few things each day anyway. So it's best to pick your specialist subject, be really, really good at what you do, and leave the rest to other people. So yeah, I'm good at some things, interviews. I'm good at hosting a morning program, understand news and current affairs. Now, that doesn't mean I close my eyes to things like sales. I'm not a salesman, but I can open doors for sales staff to walk through. I can't manage a key account. I don't have the skill set for that, but there are people who are trained to do this. So a good manager knows his specialist areas and focuses all his energy there. He may make time to help others. So every now and then we chip in on programs, chip in on sales, but my main job is news, current affairs, and this program. So the really good manager is a specialist. Indeed, the more important you become in a company, the fewer the things you do. Because the higher you go, the more skill is required. And the more specialist you get. So learn to work with other people, learn to trust other people as a manager. Don't be a jack of all trades. That was Business Sense, brought to you by Stanbic Corporate and Investment Banking. We power the sectors that drive Africa's transformation. So if it's infrastructure, we are there. If it's energy, we're there. If it's mining, we're there. If it's trade, we're there. We partner with market leaders in these sectors to prove that when ambition meets expertise, growth is inevitable. Reach out to Stanbic Corporate and Investment Banking 0302-815-789. Speak to our CIB team or visit stanbicbank.com.gh to get started. It's an interactive show. We're very, very excited that you've joined us this morning. Please help us hear from you. 053 998 6996.
I will uphold you by my hands.
Richard Delaskai is wearing a long jalabia. It's I don't know what's the color. Is this teal or what? Green?
Last time he gave us the color in
What's the name of this color? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Batak Baofek Bemumu.
Military green.
Military green.
Or something like that.
All right.
But they will find some those name for it. Say something, Charlie.
No, there's a name for it. I just remember.
Don't mind them.
It's really good. Kale, welcome. Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, Bernard. I'm very well, thank you.
Well, it's a Wednesday morning, and all too soon, January is about to end.
Charlie?
Today is 28th, but it's also 29th, 30th, and 31st. It's serious.
But I'm sure by now the public sector workers, they have been sorted out.
You know, it's because at Christmas they paid us early.
Okay.
So they paid us around, because we took a break around 24th.
Yes.
So some people were paid around that time. Some were paid maybe a couple of days because there was a long Christmas break.
Yes.
And by January 3, the money was finished.
Yes. So Nana should know what to do.
He started it already.
Oh, really?
Oh, he started.
Oh, very well.
Yeah.
Then let me. Because
he started already.
Yeah, but the public sector workers, I'm sure by now they are sorted out.
They are smiling.
They say when people are quiet, it means their mouth is full.
They are cruising to victory.
When you hear somebody shouting, his mouth, there's nothing inside. So when you don't hear them noise, it means that the thing has been organized.
You
can't have water in your cheeks and be blowing the whistle.
Never possible. I see. Let's take you to the Ghanaian Times this morning. Restoring confidence in land administration. We've been talking about this. And the government, we are told, will cancel illegal land deals. This is coming in from the minister responsible for the sector, the Honorable Kofi Ama-Boa. Also on the front page this morning, make Ga Dangbe languages compulsory in schools. This is coming in from the Ga Traditional Council. Comes with a photograph of the Gamanche Ni Taki Teko Churu, the second. Also on the front page, only Attorney General can defend OSP Act, Supreme Court rules, and some other stories in the Ghanaian Times this morning.
Daily Graphic leads with government takes over illegally acquired state lands. Has a beautiful photograph of the sector minister Emmanuel Ama Kofi Boa. Energy minister is here as well. Energy reforms yield $15 billion. No blackout in 10 months. John Abdullah Jinapo is the man manning that sector. CRC Constitution Review Committee recommendation on education maintain status quo on mission schools. Christian Council is speaking, and my job creation record puts me ahead. This is Kennedy Japan touting as he woos delegates.
Let me take you to the Daily Gist newspaper. Deputy Attorney General storms court with 4 commandos, the paper is claiming. Also, minority blasts government over lithium deal withdrawal, and Baumia MPP strongest choice for 2028. This coming in from Abu Jinapo.
Daily Guide this morning, Supreme Court adjourns 4 Tokonu cases indefinitely. U.S. police release Ninoy's prison mark short. And NPP flag bearer race survey tips Ken to win 52%. And at the Ayawasu East by election, Baba Jamal locks horn with Tuareg's widow. Sold public lands to be reviewed. Amaboa.
The Chronicle says Volta cocaine bust. IGP promotes officers who rejected $20,000 bribe. Also on the front page, Veep calls for stronger environmental stewardship, and Honorable Emilia Arthur, the woman revolutioning. Oh, what's that?
Revolutionizing.
No,
just use transform.
The woman transforming Ghana's fisheries because I've put disgrace.
The Ghanaian publisher this morning, MPP's 2028 hopes rest on Baumia. This is Abu Jinapo. I'm coming to serve my people, Baba Jamal, and the minority are here, their hands in the air, singing the elephant is. And the quote is, minority blast government over transport crisis.
Okay, let me take you to the Ghanaian Point this morning. All previously sold public lands to be reviewed for value. The Minister for Lands again speaking there. It's a 52% straight win for Kennedy Japan. That is Sanity Africa polls telling us. And Edu Chum is pledging party health insurance for elderly delegates.
Party health insurance.
I hear that he said to keep their youth in the party, because they are leaving.
Free SHS for delegates.
The Accra Times this morning, Alvin Bagbin Bafoboni collaborate to uphold justice and rule of law. NPP built the economy, but NDC takes credit. This is Osahin Avayomark. And Unimark mourns tragic loss of student as Vice Chancellor seeks justice. Other stories here. A Hunter West MP is happy as Ayinda is included in educational curriculum.
And finally, from me, the Economy Times says markets brace for impending policy rate decision. Comes with a photograph of the central bank boss. Also, fuel price war shaking Ghana's petroleum sector, and communication is policy. Primpag and BOG partner to combat economic misinformation.
I'll take you online. CitiNewsroom.com is leading with mobile money and how well it's doing. Mobile money transactions hit 518 billion cedis. Close of year 2025. This is the BOG. Meanwhile, there's a question. Rising housing cost lock Ghanaian youth out of home ownership. Will they survive? Citi begins this year with 4% depreciation against major trading currencies. In other headlines, vote and leave. MPP bans group gatherings at polling centers. Meanwhile, Utah KNUST is backing calls for removal of GTech boss and deputy. This fight,
I reject that call.
They stop that.
You go and sit down.
Meanwhile, Freddie Blaze says, hard words won't divide MPP. Primaries are strengthening our party. In other headlines, Ghana approves passport for American streamer I Show Speed.
All right.
And then Ghana signs $2 billion gas agreement with Jubilee Partners to cut gas prices. That's a good one. If you go to Channel 1 News, there's a lot from the Freddie Blay interview from yesterday and also from Joe Sewusu. Freddie Blay says scrapping delegate system is too costly and impractical. There's a sanitation crisis at Bandai. It sparks a public health concern. Metro Mass Transit says spare parts container will be released soon. We spoke to the deputy MD yesterday on Eyewitness News.
That's true.
And then ABL poll puts Baumia ahead in MPP race. The polls are many. We'll do a poll of polls very soon. MyJoyOnline.com, they're leading with Mahama using Akufado's roadmap. Charles Bisio on Galamsey fight. Also, Ayawaso East NDC primary, Baba Jamal files to contest, says he's in to serve. And then 1,033 excavators now tracked as government tightens grip on illegal mining. Ama Kofi Boa giving an update to the vice president. Meanwhile, minority cries foul as 33 bills are rushed through parliament under certificate of urgency in 2025. They say they don't agree anymore. If you go to the High Street Journal, remittances defy city appreciation scare. They saw to hit record $7.8 billion in Q4. So mobile money is rising. People are sending money from Abrochiri.
Yeah, man.
So those are two good points. Meanwhile, there's a very interesting revelation from MPA. Fully operational Tor and Centro could cut Ghana's oil import by 50%.
Wow, that's already.
I'll read that story for you. So it means that if we get those two running, things will improve for us. Meanwhile, Bloomberg says Trump is not worried. He says Trump deepens dollar woes, says he's not concerned about the dollar's slump. You know, the Bloomberg's dollar spot index hit a low. Dollar is falling against many currencies, and some people are blaming Mr. Trump's policies for it. He says, I don't care. So I'll give you those details as well. So let me start with you, Sky.
Yes, so the story about the police officers who have been promoted, I think we should read.
They went to court, right?
No, not yet. This one has to do with the ones who caught the guy allegedly moving cocaine. So the story is on page 3 of the Chronicle. John Bediako says the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Christian Tete Yohonu, yesterday promoted 17 police personnel to their next ranks for exhibiting bravery and dedication in the discharge of their duties. Now, the newly promoted officers are from Volta and Ashanti Regional Police Commands. Now, Volta Region was represented by 13 officers, while Ashanti Region had 4 officers. Now, 2 separate ceremonies held in the Volta and Ashanti regions within a period of 2 days attracted the attention of the Turnaround Tiger. So it goes on to provide details, but the truth is that this, the Nigerian-bound Liberty Jeep was intercepted with a consignment of substances suspected to be cocaine, valued at approximately 1 million Ghana cedis. And the suspect driver, Charles Adenkule, 46, allegedly offered the police officers a bribe of $20,000, which they rejected. Now, the suspect was arrested and sent to Ho and the regional capital.
You know, the IGP said if you try and bribe police, they'll
shame you. Yes.
I like that approach. Long may it continue.
Sharp. But if you bought state lands at a value that's not market price, the minister says a review is going to happen. So Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Emmanuel Ama Kofi-Boa, says government will review all public lands previously sold to ensure the transactions offered value for money and follow due process. He was speaking during a working visit by the Vice President, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, to the ministry, where he said that review processes had already commenced as part of efforts to protect state assets and restore public confidence in land administration. He explained that many public lands originally acquired by the state for specific purposes, including agriculture and other national projects, had over time been mismanaged or improperly transferred. We have begun the process of reviewing these lands, quote. Some of them were acquired by government. Okay, I've taken care of that already. So the minister warned public officials against the misappropriation of state land, saying the government would name and shame offenders. So
very good one. A couple of economic related stories. Ghana signs $2 billion agreement. It's a gas agreement with Jubilee Partners to cut gas prices. So this is CitiNewsroom.com. Energy Minister made this known during a visit, or during the Vice President's visit to the Ministry of Energy and Green Transitions yesterday. So if this project comes on stream, it's expected to reduce gas prices and boost domestic gas consumption.
Okay.
According to the minister, the agreement, which has received a cabinet approval, will soon be laid before Parliament for consideration.
Wow.
So that's story one. It says to reduce our gas price from $3.1 to 2.5 and increase our gas consumption and increase crude oil production. The second story in the sector is also on refinery. So the High Street Journal says if Tor and Cento are fully operational, it could cut Ghana's oil import by up to 50%. So the NPA says a fully operational Cento, which is private, and Tor, which is public, could meet half of Ghana's fuel demand, easing import infrastructure pressure, conserving foreign exchange, and strengthening energy security through increased domestic oil refining. Now, the officials speaking, MP officials say it will bring major economic relief at a time when the country is struggling with import pressures and infrastructure constraints. MPA Director of Economic Regulation and Planning, Abbas Tasunti, revealed that Central Oil Refining had increased production, prompting regulators to visit the facility to assess operations firsthand. And then he says the MP also visited Tor, which is preparing to resume production. According to Tasunti, once both Tor and Central are fully operational, they could together meet about half of Ghana's fuel demands. This is so amazing. The development could be a game changer for the economy, with imports currently making a large share of fuel supply. Ghana's import infrastructure is under strain. Storage, handling, and port facilities are increasingly stretched. So this is really, really good stuff from the sector.
Connected to the energy sector, Bernard, energy reforms yield $15 billion. No blackout in 10 months. This is the energy minister, Diana Mensah, writes on page 24 of Daily Graphic that reforms in the energy sector have significantly increased proceeds, enabling the government to pay fully for power generation and related expenditure. This is according to the Minister for Energy and Green Transition, John Abdullahi Jinapo. He explained that due to the reforms instituted last year, the cash waterfall mechanism from which power producers and fuel suppliers were paid yielded $15 billion, significantly up from the $6 billion declared into the cash waterfall kitty in 2024. Now, the minister explained that otherwise power producers and other suppliers were paid just about 38% of what was due them, leaving behind mountain debt. So that is the news coming from this side.
Let's still stay with energy. If you go to the Economy Times, they are saying the fuel price war shaking Ghana's petroleum sector. So that story is by Adnan Adams Mohammed. Says for the past years, the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies has presented a united front navigating the turbulent waters of Ghana's deregulated petroleum market. But last week, a new concrete reality was laid bare: the shock exit of Star Oil, the current market leader and the Chamber's largest financial contributor, has exposed a deepening rift over a controversial regulatory tool, the petroleum price floor. And they quote Gabriel Kuming, who is the chairman of COMAC, as saying that we did not see it coming. It goes on to provide further details. But still talking about energy, if you go to page 8 of the Ghanaian Times, First Sky Group to complete 50 megawatt solar project in March.
So this was from the Sunday event.
It's the Sunday event, yes.
I want to do 2 more economy stories, guys. So the Momo is also rising. Daniel Drew Mensah reports that mobile money transactions have hit over 500 billion cedis.
Whoa.
This is a lot of money. Now, mobile money transactions in Ghana surged to a record 518.4 billion cedis December 2025, underscoring the growing dominance of digital payments in the country's financial system, according to the latest BOG summary of economic and financial data. Now, the December figure represents the highest monthly value recorded in 2025, driven by increased consumer activity during the festive season.
Yeah, man.
So if you didn't send me Momo during Christmas, the Lord has seen your face. And sustained expansion into mobile usage. Transaction volumes climbed to 982 million transactions, up from 892 in November, reflecting both higher spending and wider adoption of digital payment channels.
Okay.
Active mobile money accounts rose sharply to 26.7 million in December, compared to 25.5 million a month earlier.
Okay.
While the number of registered accounts increased to 80.5 million, highlighting continued financial inclusion gains. Now, Momo agent network also expanded to 491,000 active agents.
Whoa, that's a lot.
That's almost 500,000 agents.
Yes.
And then balances held on mobile money wallets climbed to 39.6 billion cedis, the highest level in 2025. So December was a good December. So the stronger liquidity in the data payment ecosystem and growing confidence in mobile wallets as a store of value. Interoperable mobile account transactions also went up. Now listen to this. By contrast, traditional payment instruments continue to play a smaller role.
Okay.
Check transactions amounted to only 37.3 billion in December, significantly below the mobile money values, while electronic payment channels such as Gips Instant Pay recorded 73.3 billion during the month. So basically, Momo is the backbone of Ghana's retail payment system.
Yep.
Now, the other related story is on remittances.
Yes.
You know, when the city started strengthening, people were afraid that people will not send money home. Because if the city is 15 and you send $100, it's times 15 to buy a land.
The way people will still send.
Now, Frederick Adaikwati reports on the High Street Journal that against widespread fears that a stronger city will discourage Ghanaians abroad from sending money or remittances home. I hope my relatives abroad are listening.
Very important.
The Bank of Ghana data tells a very different story.
Thank you.
Remittance inflows, officially captured as private transfers or inward remittance in the Bank of Ghana summary data, picked up strongly through every quarter of 2025.
Wow.
Ending the year at 7.8 billion.
My God.
So if you multiply that by 10 point whatever.
That's a lot of money, yeah? That's in the trillions, isn't it?
No, it's about 78 billion cedis.
Okay, 78 billion. That's correct.
But the moment is still more. The figures show that despite the initial anxiety, Ghanaians abroad did not abandon family members due to the city's appreciation, which reduces the value of money sent in local currency terms. The data cited by the High Street Journal shows a clear quarter-on-quarter growth in remittances, even higher than 2024, where the city's strength wasn't profound enough to reduce the value of remittances.
Send me money.
For that.
Uncle, send me money.
So basically, Momo is growing.
Yeah, man.
People are sending money abroad.
Uncle, I just called to greet you. When the finish greeting you, they say, okay. Now there's a story here that says SEC assures investors green bonds would not repeat DDEP losses. Quickly, the story in the Ghanaian Point says the Securities and Exchange Commission has sought to allay investor concerns about Ghana's emerging green bonds market, assuring investors that forthcoming issuances, particularly by corporate entities, will not mirror the losses experienced under the Domestic Debt Exchange Program, DDEP. That's coming in from Dr. James Akruche Aveji, who is the Director General of
my former MP.
Yes.
But there's a troubling story on page 4 of Daily Guide. You know, there's been rising cases of drug abuse in the northern region. The traditional authorities have been doing something. However, there is a psychiatric hospital built there that has been abandoned. Now, the people of the 5 northern regions welcomed the construction of a psychiatric hospital in Tamale.
There's nothing like 5 northern regions.
5 regions.
5. Oh, sorry. Combat.
There's nothing like 5 northern regions.
Yeah. Apologies.
Go ahead.
I redraw that. Okay, so as a potential game changer in tackling drug abuse and mental health problems, however, the now abandoned structure is being described as a setback to government's efforts to address mental health and its related issues. Residents say the absence of a functioning psychiatric psychiatric facility undermines the work of the IGP Special Operations Team in curbing drug-related activities across the regions. Now, many have questioned how people arrested for drug offences are assessed and treated, and whether they receive the needed psychiatric attention or rehabilitation to prevent further drug use and criminality.
A couple of comments on this. The chief imam is helping the mental health authority to do education on mental health. Yesterday, the Winneba story that we did around the clashes, when they interviewed some people there, they said there are too many young people using drugs in that part of the central region, which is contributing to these clashes. One of the people said a lot of the young people are on all kinds of substances, and it's affecting. They can't even be controlled. So the drug usage and drug abuse thing is affecting our security. Now, let me come to MPP's director of the Joe Osewusu. He's speaking to Maru Sanda. And he has attributed the party's defeat in the last election to their underestimation of the domestic debt exchange program impact on the middle class.
I was just telling you about that.
Yeah, he's admitted that the party underestimated the political consequence of the program. He says, what I have not looked at strictly is the effect of DDP on the middle class. We underestimated it. I particularly underestimated it. According to him, visible public disaffection, including protests by affected groups, should have signaled the extent of voter discontent long before the election.
Retirees also went to demonstrate, including a former chief justice.
Serious matter.
And they just ignored them. Anyway, let me take you to page 2 of the Daily Gist, still staying with the politics of MPP. MPP tightens rules on Saturday presidential primary. Now, the story by Nadia Ntiamwa, and it says the New Patriotic Party has unveiled comprehensive measures to govern its upcoming presidential primary scheduled for Saturday, 31st of January 2026, amid growing interest and scrutiny from party delegates and political observers. Now, they issued a statement and spoke about what would be allowed and what would not be allowed.
Don't mess up at polling center.
Don't go
vote and go home.
Exactly.
And let's have a peaceful election.
Yeah, and then also Musa Dankwa and Prophet El Bernard are said to have clashed over MPD presidential race. Well, Musa Dankwa has produced a poll suggesting that Dr. Baumia is most likely going to be produced as the
there are a number of polls actually that there are a number of polls that we need to put together. I want to give you a story that I think will be interesting. Ghana is giving iShow Speed a passport.
Yes.
And his photo, he took a photo from the Independence Arch. It's one of the iconic photos of his trip to Africa. Minister of Foreign Affairs has officially approved the issuance of a Ghanaian passport to him. It's called Darren Watkins Jr. But I wanted to show you an article on allafrica.com. It says iShow Speed uses Africa Tour to challenge long-held stereotypes.
Charlie, the way people were crying on social media that they didn't know that Africa was that beautiful.
So, we underestimated the power of somebody with such views, showing Africa in a positive light. And I've also heard some Nigerians say Ghana used the iShow Speed visit more sensibly than they did to showcase the places of interest, and that Nigerians should learn from Ghanaians how to host somebody and how to use a YouTube sensation to boost. So I want to commend the Ghanaian team that organized it. He did boxing. I mean, it was. If you watch even a 5-minute reel of his visit, you will see the best of Ghana. All those who helped bring him together, wonderful job.
Yeah, but let's also talk about Educhum.
What has he done again?
Doctor in the process.
Yes, it's very important because if we win, this is what we are doing. Now, Educhum pledges party health insurance for elders. Yes, so the story is on page 6 of the Ghanaian Point.
Party health insurance.
Yes, MPP presidential hopeful and former Minister for Education, Dr. Yawesoye Educhum, has pledged to introduce party-based health insurance scheme for elderly members of the party if he is elected.
We need health insurance to work for all, whichever party they belong to and whatever age they are in.
No, for now he wants to take care of his own people. Charity begins at home.
Google me. At what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I don't change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel where I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 90 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a feel the gobe too small.
The go-go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
So, City Business News coming up next. Nee Latte has the details. Good morning, Nee.
Good morning, Bernard. It's midweek. Welcome to the breakfast edition of City Business News on 97.3 City FM, brought to you by MTN, Ecobank, and Valex. Coming up this morning, the market tells towards monetary policy retention or even reduction. Also, Ghana's public debt stock remains at 644 billion cedis on the back of tight fiscal discipline, plus port congestion disrupting trade as importers warn of rising business costs. I am Nee Latte. Many thanks indeed for joining us. Details of our stories now. Either maintain or reduce the monetary policy rate. That's the expectation of traders as the Bank of Ghana's MPC announces its next interest rate decision today. A hold or cut in the policy rate would help ease borrowing costs and provide relief to small businesses, many of whom continue to struggle with tight credit conditions and high financing costs. GUTA President Clement Boateng tells City Business News the current interest rate environment is a major constraint not only on business expansion but also on working capital.
What we have been saying is that whenever there is any monetary policy decrease, we doesn't see a corresponding decrease in the lending rates, and that is what we've always, been calling for. I think just about the last monetary policy rate that was announced, we just saw a marginal decrease of the reference rate. I think the reference rate was 16.9 something, and it was reduced to 16.6 something, which was minimal, and doesn't have any positive impact as far as the lending rate is concerned. So what we are expecting is for the Monetary Policy Committee to either maintain the current policy rate or reduce it, for us to see a corresponding decrease in the lending rate, so that businesses, can borrow and then, expand their businesses to create more employment.
Clement Boateng is president of the Ghana Union of Traders Association. Well, finance and tax analyst Nelson Kujo Kwagbeji is projecting a significant drop in the rate to 14.5%. Just as you may be well aware, the benchmark rate at which the central bank lends to commercial banks currently stands at 18%.
Considering the fact that inflation ended the year with 5.4% and in November policy rate was at 18%, it is solely prudent for the Bank of Ghana to cut down on the policy rate by some 350 basis points to about 14.5%. This is because the government intends to create over 600,000 jobs in 2026, and that jobs will be largely led by the private sector. And so if the cost of capital is too high, businesses cannot go and borrow to expand their operation and eventually create the needed job for the economy. And so considering the level of unemployment in this country, I am of the opinion that the policy rate needs to be cut down further, and we expect the Bank of Ghana to cut down on the policy rate by some 350 basis points to 14.5%.
That's Nelson Kujo Kwagbeji. He is a finance and tax analyst. Moving on, Ghana's public debt position is showing signs of improvement, with the country's total debt stock standing at 644.6 billion Ghana cedis as at November 2025. According to the Bank of Ghana's summary of economic and financial data for January 2026, The debt level translates into a debt to GDP ratio of 45.5%, which points to a gradual improvement in debt sustainability. Is this an indication of tighter expenditure controls or an early impact of ongoing fiscal consolidation measures? Here's more.
According to the Bank of Ghana's January 2026 data, public debt fell by about 40 billion Ghana cedis between September and November 2025. Total debt stood at 644.6 billion Ghana cedis in November, or $57.2 billion, with fluctuations largely due to exchange rate movements. External debt dropped to $29.3 billion and domestic debt to 314.5 billion Ghana cedis, easing pressures on the government and potentially freeing up more credit for the private sector. Revenue mobilization has been key. By November, total revenue and grants reached 13.4% of GDP, with domestic revenue at 13.3% and tax revenue alone at 10.8%, showing reduced aid dependence and stronger internal collections. On the spending side, total government expenditure was contained at 13.9% of GDP, down from 16.6% the previous year, though capital spending remained low at 0.9%. The government posted a primary surplus of 1.9% of GDP, narrowing the cash deficit to 1.4%. Combined with inflation easing to 5.4% and the monetary policy rate falling to 18%, these measures signal improved fiscal stability. For businesses, the outlook is encouraging. Lower interest rates, a lighter debt burden, and a more predictable environment support long-term investment.
Nete Ajaho with that Business Desk report. Moving on, the Ghana Cedi has begun 2026 under renewed pressure, depreciating by an average of 4% against major trading currencies. Per BOG data, the Cedi is trading at 10 cedis 88 pesos to the US dollar on the interbank market, compared with 10.45 at the end of December last year. This is a 4% depreciation rate. But beyond the dollar, the Cedi also lost 4.9% against the British pound and 4.1% against the euro. Trading at 14 cedis 77 pesos to the pound and 12 cedis 80 pesos to the euro on the interbank market respectively over the period under review. Well, this January depreciation is a combination of seasonal foreign exchange demand, portfolio adjustment at the start of the year, and underlining sensitivity to global financial conditions. Those are interbank rates from the Bank of Ghana. Now to how the trade is faring at the Forex Bureau near you. The dollar is being retailed at 12 cedis 10 pesos. The British pound going for 16 cedis 30 pesos. That of the euro could be sold to you at 14 cedis 20 pesos. Away from that, there is worsening congestion at the port with hundreds of containers uncleared for prolonged periods. The delays are slowing the movement of goods and pushing up operational costs for businesses, with knock-on effects for prices and overall trade efficiency. More in the following report.
According to the association, the congestion is largely attributed to the recent appreciation of the cedi, which has led many importers to postpone clearing their goods in anticipation for more favorable exchange rates. The association also cites system downtime at the Meridian Port Services Terminal as a major operational challenge, slowing clearance processes and worsening congestion at the ports. The executive secretary of the association, Samson Asaki Awingobit, cautioned that prolonged delays could lead to higher demurrage charges, increased prices for consumers, and reduced competitiveness for businesses that rely heavily on imported raw materials and finished goods.
I can confirm to you that yes, there is an increase in traffic in our port. And of course, we can attribute it to the stability of the cedi in the country as we speak. Many people are bringing in their goods because people don't know what will happen tomorrow. But we continue to pray that nothing untoward happen and the government will continue to have this stability and to grow our economy. Of course, there's a traffic is huge. I know about the traffic. And of course, there's also one or two breakdowns at the MPS. I'm aware of the system, the system that MPS are using. When the containers get to MPS, MPS will have to send some of the containers to outside terminals.
You heard Executive Secretary of the Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana, Samson Asaki Awingobet, ending that report by Daniel Odru Mensah. That's it for the breakfast edition of City Business News. There is more news on citynewsroom.com/business. I am Nila Atilate. Do have a good business day.
Hey, do they want to sack you dry? Why shall I way? Engagement things and Kwenye. Hey, sure. They even added washing machine, fridge, flat screen TV. 65 inches and so. How do they expect you to buy all these and still take care of your family? Oh, Kwame.
Mama. And how cry? With Access Bank's Pick Now Pay Later, we can get everything now in minutes and pay at 0% interest over the next 6 months. Eye Koko cry.
Hey, sir.
Access Bank says faster is here. With a now digitized Speak Now Pay Later, life's big moments are within reach. Just click, pick, approved in minutes. For more information, call our 24-hour contact center on 0800 00 4400. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking.
If home is where the heart is, then let's go home, shall we? Let's go where the entertainment is, where the passion is, where the laughter is, and sometimes even the tears too. Let's go where we feel safe enough to share our opinions
And send tweets.
where we do that embarrassing little dance to our favorite song. Let's go home where the love, the care, and the joy live.
There's no place like home. Connect your home to super fast internet with affordable data bundles from MTN Home. Visit broadband.mtn.com.ga or your My MTN app to sign up today. Everywhere you go.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Caleb Kuda here. Good morning to you. Many thanks to Neil Atilati for bringing you the business news. In the meantime, the newspaper review is brought to you by Total Energies. Listen, after dirty December comes dry January. Don't let your energy suffer because of a tight budget. At Total Energies, we do for you. That's why we've significantly reduced our lubricant prices. For instance, your favorite 4-liter costs 9,000 SAE 5W40, which was 118 Ghana cedis, is now 107 Ghana cedis 50 pesos. Your 5-liter costs 9,000 Future 0W20, which was 148 Ghana cedis, is now 134 Ghana cedis. And 4-liter Rubia Fleet HD 415 W40, which was 80 Ghana cedis, is now 72 Ghana cedis 50 pesos. Top quality means great savings. You won't get these prices anywhere. Rush to any Total Energy station nationwide and enjoy premium quality engine oils, transmission fluids, and coolants at significantly lower prices. Remember that balance you save off can buy Davis Gobe for the rest of the year. You see what I'm saying? Choose Total Energies. Choose quality. And the business news was brought to you by Access Bank and MTN. Access Bank is rewarding customers. They've dropped the Rewards by Access as a loyalty program designed to add value to your everyday banking experience. So whether you're shopping, you're traveling, or you're handling business expenses, every transaction you make with your Access card brings you closer to exclusive benefits, premium privileges, personalized rewards, all tailored to suit your lifestyle. Points earned through your card transactions can be redeemed seamlessly at any of our merchant partners nationwide, making your spending even go further. So use your Access card today and enjoy a rewarding banking experience only with Access Bank. Visit loyaltyrewardsaccessbankplc.com. Call this toll-free line 0800 004400 for more details. Access Bank is more than banking. Have you guys heard the latest from MTN? Now, for those who love MTN free after one, like Gabi Affair, This is great news. Prepare for upgraded experience. MTN free after one extra. So here's how it goes. MTN free after one extra. With that, you can talk for 1 whole hour uninterrupted while paying for only the first minute of every 10 minutes you talk. That means for every 10 minutes you talk within the hour, you only pay for the first minute, and you get to talk for 60 minutes straight with no interruptions. If you like what you hear, you will get 100 megabytes data free in addition to that as well on Saturdays. So now is the time. Subscribe to MTN free after one extra today. Just dial star 550 hash and follow the prompts. So why is Gabi Affair here? He's here to serve you kickoff as our sports news segment on the show. That's brought to you by Lesheho and Shell. Lesheho says as we step into this brand new year, they're here to say thank you for staying with them throughout 2025. This year, they are looking forward to supporting your financial growth and improving your life with innovative financial solutions. So from all of us at Lesheho Ghana, we wish you a prosperous, fulfilling, and successful new year. Lesheho, let's improve life. Alright, it's been filling up to filling. Drivers all over Ghana, including Emmanuel, Collins, and Bright, have already won free fuel by just trying the new and improved Shell fuels. You could be next in the upcoming weekly draw. So from now until 28 February 2026, buy 300 Ghana cedis or more worth of the new and improved Shell fuels. Stand a chance to win big. 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even 1 year free fuel up for grabs. What a feeling. Don't miss this opportunity. Visit the nearest Shell service station, fill up for an opportunity to become one of our weekly winners. It's a promo that's regulated on the NLS Caritas Lottery platform. New and improved Shell fuels, better by far. Ladies and gentlemen, Isaac Gabriel Offer has got you on kickoff.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Sealed in style. Elena Rybakina ends Iga Swiatek's hopes of completing the set of majors in Melbourne this year.
All right, so huge moment for Kazakhstan's fifth seed, Elena Rybakina. She's through to her second Australian Open semi-finals after kicking out Polish top seed Iga Swiatek. More updates from the Australian Open. Plus, it's a big night in Europe later today in the UEFA Champions League as teams resume their quest to qualify for the round of 16. All of that and more coming up in the next 10 minutes, right here on 97.3 Western Union, Polytangana, Shell V Power, and Lesheho. Let's Improve Life. They are sponsors for kickoff. Alright, I'm Gabi Offer. Let's begin today's update from the Sports Ministry, and in a continued effort to address Ghana's sporting funding challenges, another significant step was taken yesterday as GCB Bank was unveiled as the official collecting bank for the National Sports Fund. Now, the brief press conference was attended by the Sports Minister Kofi Adams, NSA Board Chairman Dr. Fred Awar, and members of the Sports Fund Board, and also members from GCB as well. Here is more in this report. GCB Bank has been appointed as the designated collecting bank for the Ghana Sports Fund, a key national initiative established to mobilize sustainable financing for the development of sport in Ghana. The appointment was announced during a courtesy call by the bank on the Minister for Sport and Recreation, Kofi Adams. The fund is aimed at supporting the construction and maintenance of sports infrastructure, athlete development and welfare, as well as promoting grassroots and youth sports programs, including Ghana's participation in regional and international competitions. Sports Minister Kofi Adams expressed confidence in GCB Bank's capacity to effectively support the successful implementation of the initiative.
The bank has responded, and it tells you that you are very ready to capture not just the space in Ghana, but to capture every space that is available for you. this is unusual of what we've known of state-related entities. There will always be a layback, and the private ones will jump in and take that opportunity before we. But you have moved even before any made any move.
Board Chair of the Ghana Sports Fund, Professor Koyo Enim-Wright, expressed their excitement about the partnership between the Ghana Sports Fund Board, the Ministry of Sports, and GCB Bank.
Well, I mean, partnerships are important when you're starting something like this, and a strong partnership will actually set the foundation to ensure that what it is that we are trying to do has the strong, solid foundation it needs. So we are happy to hear that they are interested, and we'll work along with the administrator to do all we can to make this happen.
On the part of the National Sports Authority, Board Chairman Dr. Fred Awar reiterated that the authority will be closely monitoring the various federations, particularly with respect to meeting agreed key performance indicators.
Well, clearly we have over 50 federations and associations, and that would mean a lot of investment has to go into manpower planning, infrastructural development, travels, and also partnerships. And all of these come with so much financial toll to the ministry and then the National Sports Authority. So this is exciting for federations. Just last week we were with the federation as an authority. We had some level of conversations with the federations, and then we actually told them about this initiative that has seen the light of day today.
All right, so that's the update from the Sports Ministry, the Sports Fund Board, and Ghana GCB Bank. Well, away from that, Asante Kotoko could lose their captain Samba O'Neill as contract discussions continue to drag on. Now, the Congolese defender's deal expires at the end of the season. However, it is understood that Samba is reluctant and to extend his contract following offers from Libya, South Africa, and Tanzania. On the pitch in the MTN FA Cup draw round of 16, Asante Kotoko will face Diana FC, Dreams FC up against Interlice. Brikum Chelsea take on Tamale City FC. 11 Wonders will play Matra Divisa, and Techiman Liberty Youth will take on Real Tamale United. Nations FC up against Redro All Blacks, with the matches kicking off between February 6th to 9th, 2026. But let's hear from Chairman for the MTN FA Cup Committee, Wilson Arthur.
When it comes to the MTN FA Cup, see, there are three levels of promotion. We have awareness. That's what normally you hear radio stations saying that this match is coming on. That's awareness. Now, there's another leg that you have to build interest of fans and make people see a reason, compel them to want to come and watch. And that involves interviews, it involves special information, it involves sharing special intricacies, what will happen, predictions and things like that. And finally, you need to push the people to come. And when it comes to MTN FA Cup promotions, we do all the three legs, because we understand the business we are in. So we are going to promote all the three legs. We are going to make sure that we cover all the three legs.
All right, so that's Wilson Arthur, chairman for the MTN FA Cup Committee, speaking there. Well, taking into the UEFA Champions League matches coming up later tonight, and a lot is still at stake with multiple clubs fighting to make it to at least the knockout rounds if they fail to get a direct round of 16 ticket. Tonight, all 18 matches will kick off at the same time tonight at 8 p.m. because it's the final matches in the league phase. Ajax will take on Olympiacos. Arsenal up against Karate Almaty at the Emirates. And Arsenal are gunning for a perfect league phase campaign in the Champions League tonight as they welcome the rock bottom and already eliminated Karate Almaty. Let's take a listen to Christian Nogard on tonight's tie.
I think we should play every game in the same way. I think that could then quickly change again, because now coming into the stages that we're in the Champions League will also be on edge and be a matter of winning or losing, you're in or out. So I don't think so. I think you can easily judge maybe after one game or two games. I think again, looking at the whole season in all of the competition, we've looked really fluid. We've looked really good. We've looked like we have weapons all over the pitch we can use. So I think it's a bit early to analyze that way after the weekend at least.
All right, so that's Arsenal's midfielder Christian Nogard speaking. Athletic Bilbao up against Sporting Lisbon. Atletico Madrid will take on Bodo Glimt from Norway. Barcelona up against FC Copenhagen. Bayer Leverkusen will take on Villarreal. They are from Spain. Benfica up against Real Madrid. Club Brugge will take on Olympique Marseille. And Borussia Dortmund up against Inter Milan. Frankfurt will take on Tottenham Hotspur. For Tottenham, they've combined domestic woes with European success under Thomas Frank this season. Yes, Spurs boss Thomas Frank.
Again, it's not about me, it's about us. I'm very happy that the team and the club, we are in a position where with a win tomorrow, we can finish in top 8 in the best club tournament in the world, and it's super competitive, as we know. So that we are very, very pleased with. And I think that's those results and some of those performances also what we need to take going forward, of course, and build on that.
All right, so that's Spurs boss Thomas Frank speaking there. Well, some more games coming up later tonight. Liverpool will take on Karabakh. Manchester City up against Galatasaray. Monaco square off against Juventus. And then Napoli welcome Chelsea to in Naples. Both Napoli and Chelsea need a win in tonight's league phase. While the visitors are already assured of a knockout spot, Napoli are looking to break into the top 24. Also, Antonio Conte makes a return to his former employers in Chelsea. But here's what Chelsea boss Liam Rosinia had to say about the Italians' return to the bridge.
Huge respect for him, firstly as a player. He's a magnificent footballer who then went on to have an incredible and still has an incredible career as a coach. I think his passion as a player transmits to passion in his teams, and obviously when I was younger watching Chelsea play in the manner that they did, defensively so strong, Hazard was incredible in those moments. And he's gone on to prove what an amazing manager he is, and he's won many titles, including an incredible title here last year.
All right, so that's Chelsea boss Liam Rosinia speaking there. Pafos will take on Slavia Prague. PSG up against Newcastle United. And then PSV will take on Bayern Munich. Whereas Union Saint-Gilloise will take on Atalanta. And the game's coming up later today. The top 8 teams from the league phase qualify automatically for the last 16. This means they gain a valuable rest by avoiding the playoff tie. And then the 16 teams who finish from 9th to 24 in the league phase will be drawn on Friday, January 30 for knockout ties against each other in the Champions League. So the best to the teams. Away from that, England striker Tammy Abraham has completed an 18.25 million return to Aston Villa from Besiktas in the transfer market. Let's finish off with some tennis. In the women's singles, Iga Swiatek's bid for a clean sweep was ended by Elena Rybakina in the quarterfinals with the Australian Open, with the Kazakh feat seed triumphing 7-5, 6-1.
Elena, congratulations. You are through and back into another Australian Open semi-final. How pleased and satisfying was this win today for you?
Yeah, really pleased with the win. Thank you so much for supporting, coming. It's really nice atmosphere. We know each other pretty well, and I was just trying to stay aggressive, and I feel like in the first set for both of us, the first serve was not really working, so we were trying to step in on the second serve, put pressure on each other, and I think in the second I just started to play more free, served better, and I'm just really happy with the win.
All right, so that's Elena Rybakina speaking there. She'll face Citi Jessica Pegula in Thursday's semi-finals. Pegula beats Amanda Anisimova 6-2, 7-6. For the men's singles, USA's Ben Shelton will take on world number 1 Yannick Sinner from Italy today at 8 a.m. Novak Djokovic played Lorenzo Musetti. They were in action this morning, and while leading by 2-0 against Djokovic, Lorenzo Musetti suffered an injury to his right leg and was forced to retire. What this means is that the Serbian star is through to the semi-finals of the Australian Open. That's the very latest in the world of sports. For more, you can head to citysportsonline.com and on X at City Sports JJ. Kickoff is proudly brought to you by Western Union, Polytangana, Shell V Power, and Leshell. Let's improve life. I'm Gabriel We'll be back later at 5 p.m. with Sports Flash.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. If you need unique services, come to Let's go.
Innovative financial solution. We deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's share go, we improve your life.
Let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey, mama, hey mama, hey mama.
Even when you're stuck with nothing,
come to let's share go.
No matter your situation,
come to let's share go.
Let's share go, we improve your life.
Let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey, mama, hey mama, hey mama.
Let's share go, we improve your life.
Hey, Andrea, challenge these days, new level crowd. Where did you pass?
Me, pass somewhere. I just switched for a better life. I switched for comfort. Look, your salary deserves better.
Switch?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
I switched my salary account to Fidelity Bank.
Oh, okay.
And that's my jackpot. I get higher loan amounts with lower interest rates, as well as personalized financial support. They gave me a loan to expand my side hustle, and the terms are just flexible.
Wow.
Your salary deserves better.
Oh, my salary deserves better, Pa. You see the way you are smiling wide? Yes, I will switch and smile wider.
Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy lower interest rate, car and home loan, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. Switch and smile wider. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
If I believe with us, Fidelity. If I know I dey aside, Fidelity.
In Ghanaian parlance, Agrobesa, Efri Anopa. To wit, if the festival will be entertaining, it starts from the morning. If 2026 will be amazing, it will very much depend on what we do in January. We bring you the Effective Living Series 2026 on 97.3 Citi FM with different weekly themes. Week 1, know where you want to go. Week 2, develop a plan to get there. Week 3, build capacity to get there. Week 4, take charge and soar. Tune in to 97.3 Citi FM to get a good head start on 2026. The Effective Living Series 2026 airs every weekday in January at 9:15 a.m. prompt, only on 97.3 Citi FM. The Effective Living Series is sponsored by Petra and Hallmark Freight and Consultancy Ghana Limited.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
The Money Matters segment is brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Welcome to the Money Matters segment with Petra. January is the best time to rebalance. Life changes and markets move. Your investments shift too. Rebalancing means adjusting your money so it matches the risk levels and goals you originally planned for. Not chasing wins, just restoring balance. January is the best time to do this calmly and intentionally. If you want help reviewing and adjusting your plans, speak to a Petra advisor today. Walk into our office located at Airport West. Let's do life together. Petra, achieve more.
The Money Matters segment was brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
This is the City Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
We want jobs, right? We want opportunity. It starts with what we eat.
When we eat Ghana rice and buy local chicken, we create jobs for our own people, not for importers.
Eating Ghanaian food isn't just a meal, it's a statement of independence, pride, and progress. Eat Ghana, build Ghana, our food, our future.
The Eat Ghana, Build Ghana campaign is supported by Agri Impact Limited in partnership with the MasterCard Foundation and the 24-Hour Economy.
Bank.
Today, we hit the streets to ask Ghanaians, what would you do with free fuel for 1 year?
Oh, road trips with the girls every weekend.
That's extra savings to help fix my car.
Charlie, 1 whole year, I'll finally be able to visit my mom without worrying about the distance.
This season, it's feeling after filling from Shell with new and improved fuels so you can do the things you love. Buy 300 Ghana cedis or more worth of new and improved Shell fuels and stand a chance to win. Free fuel for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even 1 year. It's time to try the new and improved Shell fuels with additives that deliver efficiency, cleaning, protection, and performance. Don't miss out. Fill up with new and improved Shell fuels and get rewarded. Promo runs till the 28th of February 2026. T's and C's apply.
New and improved Shell fuels. Simply better by far.
This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
Whether you're buying water from your favorite spots in Osu, shopping online for the latest styles, or booking your next getaway to Dubai, MasterCard gives you the freedom to pay your way. Insert, tap, swipe, click. So many options, yet so easy. With layers of security protecting every payment, your money stays safe. From Trotro to travel, MasterCard connects you to the life you've earned and the one you dream of. Ask your bank for a MasterCard today. MasterCard. Safe, convenient, priceless.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
$7:39 City Breakfast Show. That KD with one of her favorites. Happy birthday to the incredible Madame Reina Tanner. You're not just a friend, you're a sis who's been there through thick and thin. Wishing you a day as bright and lovely as you are. May this year bring you endless joy, love, and blessing from Gloria Yaira Agbenoto to Madame Reina Tanner. Good morning, Bernard. Trust you're well. Please assist me. Wish my mother, Olivia Sikanate, a happy birthday. I love you so much and could not have had it any other way. You're the best mom, wife, and grandmother ever. Grandma with swag. God bless you, give you good health, and keep you for us. From Ade, Kimi, Old Soldier, your girls, and their spouses. Enjoy this day. Happy birthday also to Mavis from Santa Maria.
And this one says a happy birthday to the heartbeat of our home, Mrs. Patient Matilda Melinda Kate. May God continue to bless and grant you grace from your husband and sons. and from Beryl Richter as well.
Okay. This one saying, wish my sister Dr. Ekuya Hofe and her husband Reverend Dr. Ambrose Hofe a happy 20th marriage anniversary. I wish them many more decades of faith, love, good health, and wealth. This is coming from Professor Nanaba Apia Amfo to her sister Ekuya Hofe. Wow, 20 years of marriage. Congratulations.
I need to do a quick correction. The graphics story today on the energy sector, it was making reference to the cash waterfall mechanism and made reference to the figure in dollars. But I think the right figure is supposed to be in cedis.
Right.
This is what I'm being told from the energy ministry. So I'm told that the savings from the... So actually, I'm mistaken on the front page of the graphic as well.
It mentioned $15 billion,
yes,
but it should have been
yes.
cedis.
So 2024, cash waterfall was 6 billion cedis, and the debt relief is 15 billion cedis. So there's a lot of things changing in Ghana, particularly the two stories around the remittances and the mobile money. And we just hope that other hard sectors also change. You know, for almost 490,000 Momo agents means that the digital economy is growing. But there was a story about housing and how difficult it is to get on the property ladder for young people. So I think where we are with the economy is that it's getting stable. Liquidity is increasing. There's money in certain areas. So it's possible to start your own job. Yesterday I interviewed Bernard Obeng, and he was talking about how if you have those skills, you can use AI. There's a lot you can do. But there are some structural sectors that are still very difficult. All right. So getting on the property ladder, renting a house, very, very difficult. Okay. I expect the trend around even acquiring a vehicle. So if you look at the ways you measure somebody's life, so a young man, he leaves a university or leaves secondary school, he starts working. The way you can measure if he's making it in life is that he can get a place to sleep. And I feel like the issue of accommodation and rent and housing is still very difficult.
It is.
Mobility is also very, very difficult because it's tied to where you live. So because you can't rent a house close to where you work, you're probably going to live further outfield. So either Kasoa, Committee 22, 25 or Adenta. So that means that you need to spend more time on the road getting to work.
True.
Public transport has also not improved. So if you leave university, in fact, even if you're a national service person and you are paid 700,000, you can't rent a house.
700 cedis.
700 cedis.
Yeah.
You can't rent a house.
Yeah.
Number two, even if you paid 3,000 or 4,000 cedis, all right, if you rent a place, the place you will get is really far from town.
Yeah.
A lot of your money will go into transportation.
Correct.
Now, this is a problem because of course in advanced countries, it's much easier to get public transport.
Yeah.
All right, and there are various modes. Housing is also difficult.
Public housing is decent,
but there are ways in which people even do sharing. Yeah. So you go to some of these places, you do 2 or 3 people in an apartment.
Yeah.
Here, the quality is low. Number two, globally, people are moving to electronic vehicles. So I'm expecting that non-EV vehicles should be much, much cheaper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the city has also strengthened. So if you are buying, for example, a Toyota Corolla from the US, and maybe it was, I don't know, it's got $18,000 or whatever. Because the city is now stronger, it should be just times 10, not times 15. So it should be much cheaper to buy a car.
Times 11.
Now, this is my problem. I don't think prices of some of the important things in Ghana are falling to match all the indicators. All right. So the digital economy is growing, remittances are increasing, Momo is getting more.
Yeah. Treasury bills oversubscribed.
There should be more income for people. Right, but I don't see that. So people it's still a challenge to get accommodation. Number two, getting a car. All right, getting a car. I don't understand. I feel like people who sell cars are still, because you import cars from the Western world. Number two, there are companies from China who are lowering the price of new cars.
Yeah.
All right. So if you put 2 and 2 together, if maybe 2022, I wanted to buy a car for somebody who's basically working with me, all right, the amount I should pay for that second-hand car I import, it should be cheaper now because maybe you can help me. If I import a Toyota Corolla from, say, the US, which is fairly used, maybe what's the kilometer? Maybe 100,000 kilometers on it. A Toyota Corolla in good condition, not an accident car, in good condition. Maybe it's an 8-year-old car. If you calculate how much I will pay for it in the US, add shipping and port charges, it should be coming down because the dollar has strengthened, Citi has strengthened, and also there are alternative new cars in the market that are cheaper. Did you see my logic? But it feels to me as though people who are selling cars are still trying to charge the same old high prices, and accommodation too is still very expensive to get, although all the indicators suggest that prices should be lower. Because I don't know if I should mention names, but I have a friend, a colleague, who bought a new car. Okay, a new car for around $20,000. A new car in Ghana, $22,000. And this is the price of the car because it's bought from a Ghanaian shop. Okay. So it's a new car. She didn't pay for shipping. She obviously will not pay duty. Wow. So a new car for a person. Yeah. And this is like a mini SUV. Yeah. Around $22,000. Yeah. So if this is to continue, why should I go and buy a Toyota Corolla from the US, put it on a boat, pay $18,000, $20,000, $25,000 for it, pay shipping, go to the port, clear it, and then go and repair it? Because when you buy a second-hand car, you have to even buy some parts. You get it? So there's something fundamentally missing in the Ghanaian economy where I don't know whether it's the what I call the efficiency market that processes or the transmission mechanism. In certain sensitive markets, when one or two car companies start selling at a reasonably low price of made in Ghana cars or imported new cars,
EV cars, hybrid cars,
you get it? It should be cheaper to buy a regular car. So if Caleb wants to buy a regular Toyota Corolla, new, like second-hand, not Ghana use, home use from US, it shouldn't be that expensive. But go to all the guys who still sell these cars online. They are still selling the same price. Yeah. I don't know whether they are waiting for the dollar to go back to where it used to be, or they think that the people who are offering these new cars in Ghana are not going to continue selling at those prices. Do you understand? Because I know that if you sitting here today, maybe your cousin has worked for 4 or 5 years and he wants to move jobs and you want to help him with a car, you will think twice before importing a car. You will say, well, are you sure you really want to import this car? When you look at all the circumstances around owning a car which is not new, how to fix it. So I feel like in Ghana, those who sell, there's too much arbitrage and they sort of wait. They are still thinking around the dollar being 15.
No, I think.
Oh, I'm missing something.
I think what you should cut them some slack, especially those who are dealing with old stock, because cars are not like tomatoes. You rush to the market and everybody comes for it. No, when you import, it will take between a month or two for it to arrive. If you pay duty in good time, you should be able to get it out of the port within 3 days or a week at the maximum. And if you have to do some work on it, it would take you about, say, 2 weeks. If you have to do welding related jobs or you want to do spraying and addition, that should take you another 1 month to put it in a good condition where you are able to now sell it to someone. That means that you're dealing with around 3 months, right? And even with that 3 months, you don't have people rushing and just picking it off the shelves just like that or from
But the price that he bought that car before he did those jobs will not be the 20K that he's pricing it.
No, but the truth is that you have gone to buy a product at the time where the dollar was really high, right? You invested so much Citi into it, right? So then the reasonable economic expectation would be that you want to recoup that. Because mind you, as we speak, we are not even sure that the dollar will still hold for this long, because at least some people have the same car in their garage for the past 1 month, 1 year.
Sky,
they've not been sold.
But to be fair,
so if
the dollar has been between 10 and 12
for how
from
long?
at least April.
From April.
From at least April. If you look at, let's be fair, if you look at the you know, at the time Muhammad went to say that he doesn't expect the dollar to go beyond 12 or go below 10. He said that was the range. Since he said that thing, the dollar has never moved beyond that range. Since like April, May.
Bernard, and I'm just
it's almost 9 months, those guys.
Yeah, 9 months. And I'm saying that people have had their cars in their garage, in some cases for 3 years, before eventually selling them off. So it while that might apply to products that come in and go just like that, for a vehicle it would take some time to actually expect that you can move the prices down so that it respects current trends. Unless you are directly importing now for someone who is waiting to get it.
Okay, Sky, let me make it interesting. The people in the business know that it's a rolling business. So maybe last year you bought the car and the price was $13 to $1. But you buy cars maybe every 6 months. So I can say that the cars that you've bought in this season are much cheaper in dollars than they were previously. That's number one. So there's a sense in which you may have to take a loss on old stock if you want the car to move. Number two, if you keep the car for long, it loses value. So the more you keep the car, it's keeping space.
Well, the principle doesn't generally operate in Ghana like that.
Well, nothing operates in Ghana. Sky, when you were in the UK and people are selling cars, usually they'll put the cost of the car on the car. Here, they just put the car there and say for sale.
Yeah, so
we don't even know how they sell things in Ghana.
The average Ghanaian man going into a car garage to buy a vehicle doesn't so much care that, the car has lost value over time, right? It is the car he wants to buy. So, in fact, in some cases, you expect that car values will go up. That is the same reason why they will tell you that, this particular car, the resale value is great. And when did you register it? That's what they care about. Or when did you bring it into the country? You understand?
The mileage.
Some people you don't even care. You see, so other people care about those things. So ordinarily, you should expect that value should go down over time.
Okay.
Because it is idle, it's not being used, and all of that, or it's being used consistently. But somehow in Ghana, the principle doesn't generally.
Let me add one last
like
point.
That.
So now there are generally Chinese auto retailers who are now selling new vehicles at very competitive prices. So, for example, somebody went to buy a pickup. It's manual, and the price is a new pickup made in China. The price of that pickup, essentially, I don't know the name of the brand, but you can buy 2 Toyota Hilux new for that one pickup. How do I explain it? So you can buy, so the price of the pickup times 2 will give you Hilux new. Hilux is Japanese, solid Toyota, we know the brand. So if you run a company, which is like maybe you are into poultry and you need pickups, would you buy the Hilux or you would buy like the 2 new Chinese pickups? That's point number one. Point number two, if somebody can buy a mini SUV for $21,000, a new car, the car is either assembled in Ghana or imported from China but sold in Ghana with a retailer. Don't you think that if the import car people don't change their game, they will start losing business? Because once the information goes out there that Caleb has bought this car, it's $20,000, this car is fresh. And Sky, a fresh car is generally better than a used car. That we know. Of course, there are brand equity issues where some brands, because of traction and time, if somebody has a second-hand Mercedes-Benz, you will say, Charlie, I will keep it like that. But generally speaking, you can say that it makes more sense to buy a new car than to buy an old car. Because for an old car, there's always problems. In fact, there's a theory in economics called the lemon, it's called the Akerlof theory. Basically, when you're going to buy a car, a used car seller will always try and sell you a lemon. A lemon is a bad car. So in a way, it's a gamble to buy a used car. It performed this theory in 1970. So what I'm trying to say is that if you have somebody who's fresh from school, who's working, the more new car prices come down, the more the used car market doesn't make sense. Because the price that you are buying a Corolla, home use, shipping, clearing, repair,
duties at the port, Bernard.
So for me, the used car people, either need to change their game. I think they need to reduce their prices because they are hoping that the market conditions will go as to. And I think I want to borrow from the Canadian Prime Minister. What is happening is a disruption and not a blip. I don't see how it will make sense for me to go and buy those accident cars from the US at the prices they sell them, particularly when Ghanaian cars or their car companies in Ghana now offering new cars at these $18,000, $20,000, $22,000, $25,000. It's going to be difficult for that business to survive.
Okay, I think there are some merits in your argument, but there are also demerits because they fail to take into account some core issues that affect how people generally perceive, vehicles. So first of all, as a matter of a general rule, right, there's something known as functionality and reliability, right? You might want to say you need a functional car, and so maybe the folks from the Far East are providing the same, and you want to go and buy. It may be functional, but the question is, for the purposes of ensuring reliability, can you say you will depend on it? We have.
Sky, we don't care.
No, you may not care. But for someone who is
if it's new, it's cheap, Charlie.
Hold on. For someone who is forking out, say, 200,000 Ghana cedis to get a car to support his business.
So that's $10,000.
Now, what it means is that the person will weigh up the options and say, yes, functional, but how long can I go with this?
But new versus second hand.
That's the point I'm making. You see, now there's another issue to it. We have in the Ghanaian market quite a lot of people who understand specific brands. So there are people with expertise in Toyota, expertise in Mercedes, expertise in American vehicles.
Because they are spoiling quick.
Not because they are spoiling quick. Because they have over time built expertise in the space. True. You understand? Now, they can tell you that if you bring in this particular brand and there's a problem, you find the parts easily.
But they also admit that if you buy, if you buy a new car, you are less likely to go to workshop than if you buy an old car. So then generally you have to service your car. So if somebody's selling you a new car with servicing, generally it's imported cars of second-hand type that require mechanic to be doing work on it regularly. If you buy a new car, so for example, when I had a new Peugeot those times, generally the only problem you have with the car for the first 5 years will be go and do servicing. It's when the car is used for a certain period of time that it begins to develop faults, where your point comes in. I am saying that if you are going to buy a used car,
but even a brand new car, you need to service it.
Yes, but I'm saying you get it. I'm saying that because it doesn't break down that regularly. What you are doing is servicing. But when you buy a second-hand car, in addition to servicing, there will be repair. Because maybe the lower arm, you've used on rough road, it goes down.
No, if you service the car properly, you shouldn't have issues.
See, if you buy a second-hand car, you see, I'm going back to Akelov. So Akelov's point is that because of information asymmetry, when you go to a used car market, you can never be sure because a car may look nice on the outside, and because you don't know the car's history, you will definitely buy a lemon at some point. I'm coming. Akelov's point is that if I go to Toyota or Mazda or Zonda, and they have new cars. A new car is a new car. So a new car generally has warranties and there's no real issue around. It's guesswork. But if I go to where did they sell car price, and I see 6 cars, I could be lucky and get a good one. I could be unlucky. It could even be that maybe the guy who's selling me the car, he didn't know that the guy who was using the car, he used to do this or that or that. So what I'm saying is that the risk of buying a second-hand car, you can't even compare it.
No, I just want to help you with information. As we speak, whatever car you want to buy from North America or from Europe, right? If you give me the VIN number, I can give you the history of the vehicle. Who owned it, who did what, how many times it's been to the shop to be serviced, what condition it was in when it was sold to the final person to bring it to Ghana, all of that. If the car had, a crash and it's been repaired, I will give you all of that information. Now, what that means is that there's something known in law as caveat emptor. Buyer beware. You are the one going to buy the vehicle. Do you just walk into a garage and say, okay, I like this vehicle, give it to me, without actually doing the real job of investigating the background of the vehicle in order to buy? Look, I know people who have bought Chinese vehicles, and I'm not putting down Chinese cars because there are very excellent, vehicles coming out of China these days. Within 6 months or a year or two, they have had problems. With problems they were not able to deal with.
This is not propaganda.
No, I'm just telling you. But equally, there have been brands from Europe that have also experienced these challenges.
Precisely.
You have also had brands from America who have experienced these challenges.
I'll give you an example.
So the point I'm making
when I was in the UK, a friend of mine was driving a BYD, a full BYD. When he got to a charging station, everybody was asking him, what car is this? Because all the guys, and I was in the car, all the guys who were charging their cars were driving Tesla.
Right.
And he says the BYD. They said, what's that? He said, it was made in China. I said, really? Does it drive good? So it's fantastic. What's the price? It's much cheaper than the Tesla. Actually, that BYD he was driving could do everything the Tesla was doing and more. The UK had not opened their market to the Chinese. They were not advertising the BYD. So all the white people thought that it was just Tesla that was good. So what I'm saying is that functionality is one thing, brand perception is another thing. But
reliability
I don't think you can disagree with me that a fresh car and so Sky, if I have $20,000 to buy a new car versus $20,000 to buy a used Toyota Corolla or whatever, even if you check the VIN number and you do all the things you are doing for me, somebody has used a car that has run 100,000 kilometers, you are telling me that for reliability a second-hand known brand is better than a first-hand. So you see,
again, Bernard, you are trying. No, you see, I'm better. Bernard. I'm speaking from experience.
That's what I want. Sky is my car. Look, I don't want to
go. So. You see, BYD when it started, the people who first imported BYD into this country, if you talk to them,
who? You know, Bijibri.
No, I'm asking him.
No,
it's a trick question.
What did they will tell you about the problem
initially? 2005 matter.
Exactly. But over time, they have improved. In fact, if you talk about global sale of EVs,
it has overtaken.
BYD has taken
exactly because India opened their doors to them. They went there and they improved their skills over time. Right? So excellent. Brazil, yes, they're doing really great there. The point I'm making is that it is not so much a question of, it is a Chinese car, so I'm not buying it. If you're buying a Chinese car, what brand are you buying? And the people from whom you are buying, do they have in Tumu, for instance, a mechanic who will be able to attend to your problems for you when you take the vehicle there?
That's a fair point.
Or you would have to travel all the way from there to Accra or Kumasi to get to have the vehicle service.
So let me.
But if you go to Tumu, anywhere in Tumu, if you have to somebody in 1995, they are able to.
I get it. So there are two things I said from the beginning. I'm saying that the macroeconomic conditions that we are seeing and the way the economy is changing, I expect certain prices to be lower.
That's true.
I started with accommodation, but I didn't really push it, and I came to cars. And on the cars, I said the dollars cost now between 10 and 11 clearly tells me that the used car market, their cars are overpriced. And then I couple that with now new experience I have from people who have now bought fresh cars from people like Zonda and things. New cars at prices are very competitive. I am thinking that the people who sell second-hand cars, if they don't wake up and smell the coffee, they will keep that car for the next 10 years. Because you know the last thing, I called somebody yesterday and I said, you should check a car price for me online. I said, are you still buying? The person asked me, are you people still doing that thing? Just buy the China car. That's what the guy told me. I said, why are you still waiting your time? Minkofa guy ship the car. All this. This price that I'm seeing on the website of it was 26,000. He said, get to. He said he mentioned some brand. Go and buy their car. So what I'm saying is that even people abroad, our relatives abroad, are seeing that. And when they came for Ghana, I said, my brother was like, Charlie, these cars that are seen in Ghana, are they new? I said, they are new. I said, so why are you people still asking us to buy car to bring? So if the car importers don't change their business model, I think the disruption has happened. Because you see, people like Caleb and Co. who are looking for a functional car, and they don't want the car to keep going to the mechanic because mechanics have chopped their money. If the Chinese people can reduce their price small, if the Chinese people can come to make it $18,000, hold on. Edwin will get. Caleb will get. Talk to me.
I'll tell you what. So now the Asian, let me say the Chinese
car manufacturers, their intelligence is focused on the African second-hand car markets.
Sharp.
And that's their target. To unseat the dominance of the African second-hand car market. If you go to our sister West African countries, I can talk about Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone, the cars you see on the streets, I mean private vehicles, about 90% are second-hand vehicles. Now, you mentioned the figure $18,000.
Yeah, they should come down small.
No, hang on. If you have $18,000, you are getting a fairly stable, brand new Chinese manufactured EV vehicle in Ghana.
Oh, even EV?
Yes.
And that 18,000 is what to get you a second-hand Corolla, because 200,000 cedis.
You understand?
Import.
This is fresh.
Wow.
1.5 liter engine.
1.5.
And it's new.
Fresh.
Why would I go and buy a second-hand?
So I'm just saying that if you are starting life, you are spoiled for choice.
China can help you.
Some of these Chinese, and you see, the Chinese, they have built and repaired the earlier damage based on intelligence that they have that we don't have. Now, the second-hand car market in Ghana is too chaotic in terms of the pricing modules that they have.
We don't understand it.
Everybody, they look at you and then they price you.
You go to somebody's WhatsApp platform. Some old car, 600,000 cedis.
Yes. So he's pricing to solve his personal problems.
Depends on the car.
Pascal, you see the argument you made. I think the same argument goes for unknown American auto brands that come to Ghana, like some of these GMC vehicles and things.
The repairs are not in.
You can't get anybody to repair when they break down.
Do you know Buick?
No, the Buick used to be a solid car.
I can't even pronounce the name.
Yes, back in the day.
And sub-urban.
Buick was a solid brand. But where is Buick today?
They're wrong.
You know what I'm saying is that the economy is opening itself up. And affordability
Tell
has
them
to be
that
directed.
We want $15,000 because that one. Edwin, we are preparing. 15, we'll get $15,000. Go back.
Look, if you go to Zonda today,
do they have $10,000?
They have 18,000 that I have seen with my eye.
Edwin,
I'm interested.
Edwin,
I am very interested.
For those of you who are buying this second-hand vehicles for $30,000, stop it. Go to Zonda. And the other people.
Who buys second-hand for $30,000?
Before your birthday, before your birthday, we will get the car. I shock because 15,000 you can get.
I know 18,000.
Oh, the move.
Because I've seen 18,000 myself. Beautiful.
Do they have payment programs for people who earn salary around 7 to 10?
No, I don't know. Look, I don't know the details. But that's a very important point.
No, I'm very serious. I'm not.
Even those who buy vehicles for Uber, they use it for the
the cheaper ones. Yes, the new ones better.
I mean, you can get a new vehicle.
Yes, compared to the one you import. The new one you import. What the one they use now?
Abyssinia they inside too much. Abyssinia. Fake.
you know now there's a new Toyota Yaris.
Yeah.
If I can get a new China-made car, because Toyota Yaris was 121.
Do you know a lot of the Toyota Yaris you see on the street are coming from Japan?
Yes.
And they are normally right-hand drives that have been converted to left-hand drives.
So if I can get
when the car vexes, you get circle, then the thing start the reverse. They get muscle proof.
I'll come back to this point.
There's need for you to do
but there are not many of you around. There are not many of you with a kind of thoroughness that you apply when you are making purchases. A lot of the time when people want to buy a vehicle, first thing they do is to look for the money.
Yeah.
And then they take the money and do the Mr. Bean approach. They take the money and go to the car vendor
and say, "This is my money."
And then this is the money. Give me a car that matches.
Yeah.
So when you have 20,000, they look at the car 20,000. At times, the car they are giving you is actually 10,000.
But on a more serious note, Samuel's way too. If a Yaris is about 120k
of it,
120k divided by 10. So it's so $10,000 is not that, you know what I'm saying? So it's very possible to get a new car.
Yeah.
Because if I'm going to get a Yaris for 120k, that's around $10,000. And it's a second-hand car.
Yes.
If I can add a few more CDs to that one to get to the 18k to get a new car, I should be able to get it. Because again, all things being equal, a new car for your first 3-4 years, you're okay.
Correct.
When you buy a second-hand car, mechanic go chop
every 1 week.
So for me, I think there's a disruption happening which the used car market hasn't seen yet. It's not a blip. It's a big disruption. If the Chinese guys come down by another $2,000-3,000,
come on.
God himself move.
Chinese people have overtaken the traditional heavy-duty vehicles in the mining and construction already.
So why can't they
we grew up knowing man diesel vehicles and all these things.
Now we have
go and see
Shantui.
Yeah, Shantui. Yes,
they are out there.
Yeah, that's true. But they are more.
Yes.
You know Shantui?
No, you see, that's again what I'm saying. That affordability is here. You know, it is also the functional. But then again, if you talk to the people in the mines, they will tell you that there are issues of reliability.
No. It's not true. But I'll tell you something. You see, you know where the things switch. It is when the traditional automobile makers turn to China to manufacture their parts. That's when the equation shifted.
No, that's also there.
No, what I'm saying is that you have a big brand, but
because
the components,
competitiveness.
Yes, so you go to China. Then the China man sits there and say, but if I'm the one manufacturing your components, why can't I do it to buy? So see, a lot of the high-end Chinese vehicles actually operate like the high-end, high-brand vehicles that we know. Check.
So you know what? The question to the listeners is, if you have $20,000, will you buy a brand new, what's the name of Freema's car?
GMW?
Is it Haval or what?
Haval,
right. Haval.
Brand new mini SUV, or you import maybe a car from US. Just want to know what they will do with that $20,000. Then we can move on.
So in that market, let me mention Europe, Canada, US, and then also increasingly Dubai. The UAE.
Dubai. So will you use the $20,000 to import the car and then ship it, or you buy a brand new Chinese car? We want to know what is happening. Charlie, this one, the time has chopped me because of the car matter.
China
because it's trendy. So
China for life. Yeah. So Edwin, Caleb.
Check your social media trends is brought to us by
Caleb excited.
Oh, Charlie, bomb me Samson.
So the meaning now.
That's a China for life. We're bringing you Tech and Social Media Trends brought to you by Telecel and First Bank Ghana. You experience banking like never before with First Mobile or Quick Banking. When you use the short code *894# is your bank in your hands. Make real-time transactions with First Mobile or Quick Banking. *894# and you will enjoy fast, secure, convenient banking anytime, anywhere. The key services include instant airtime and data purchase, funds transfer to and from Momo wallets, inter and intra-bank transfers, plus so much more. So download the First Mobile app on the App Store or Play Store. Simply use *894# as well. Follow the prompts and you join thousands of customers enjoying seamless banking. For more details, please call at 0596921921. Email us firstsolutions@firstbankgroup.com. First Bank, you first.
I'm getting offers, so somebody says, I can get you a car. I don't need anything.
What did this?
As they say about me.
Which one? Your people
saw, they say, they have a good deal for me. I don't want any good deal. Second hand.
You have moved.
Actually, I'm not going back. Charlie, talk to me.
I promise you, I'll bring the car issue tomorrow in the trends. Today, iShoe Speed is still trending because of a number of issues. One, because the Foreign Affairs Minister Sam Okujitu Ablakwa has said that they've confirmed Speed's ties to Ghana.
Oh, they've confirmed it.
Yeah, he mentioned that his mother has ties to Ghana when he came here.
We have confirmed it.
We confirmed it. So he's been given a Ghanaian passport.
That's all.
Yeah, so that's
It means that
big
December
news.
is coming next year.
Okay.
Yes, so he's finished his tour of Africa and he says he's coming back. He enjoyed it so much.
Come back, brother.
Wow. Yeah, so that was a big success.
You mean coming back to Africa or Ghana?
No, I'm sure Ghana will be part of it, but he says he's coming back to Africa.
But please put Swedru on his. Swedru boys make what, Charlie?
One person I meant to mention yesterday, I forgot, but we have to talk about Wodi Maya. And he mentioned after the trip that it was completely organized by Ghanaians. So Ghanaians were in charge of the itinerary, where he was going, what he was doing.
Like the whole African tour?
Yes. No, that's in
the Ghana one.
Yes, this Ghana trip was organized by Ghanaians.
But not government of Ghana.
Not the government.
Ghanaian private. They did very well.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so that's a huge news, and Wodi Maya was central to all of it. So well done to him as well.
Congratulations to all of them.
So now Peshi,
except for the falling in the
jollof.
I mean, like, that was completely.
We saw videos.
We won't do it again.
But then people
entered the jollof
and people were still harvesting it.
Eating afterwards.
Some self-respect, you know.
That's small.
Okay, so we move on to Peshi, where the Greater Accra Regional Security Council, in collaboration with NADMO, they have demolished several temporary structures along the Peshi Lagoon. So the Greater Accra Regional Minister Lindo Klu said that the owners of the affected structures had been given notice. Yes, several notices up to the beginning of January before the structures were demolished. She said it was aimed at preventing the filling of the Peshi Lagoon with sand, a situation that often leads to flooding, and we see that a lot in Accra.
You know, Bernard, this was the same area where some years ago a doctor got carried away in a car when it rained. The place was flooded. People have built on the bank. So these exercises, hard as they are very necessary.
Now let's move to South Korea, where some big news. The wife of South Korea's ousted former president has been jailed 20 months for accepting bribes from a controversial unification church. So the court, however, cleared her on charges of stock price manipulation and receiving free opinion polls from a political broker. That's very important. Before the 2022 presidential election. So her husband won that election, but he has been sentenced to 5 years in jail for abusing power and obstructing justice in relation to his field martial law bid in 2024. So it's the first time in South Korea that a former presidential couple have been convicted at the same time.
People
so
are serious
massive,
in our country
massive
about
news.
corruption.
Yeah, massive news.
That's now oral there.
Now to the World Cup, which is coming up in June, but because of the issues currently in the United States, there are calls for fans to boycott the tournament.
Sepp Blatter said we shouldn't go.
Travel to the tournament. And yes, Sepp Blatter, who is the former FIFA president, says fans should not travel to the tournament to express their displeasure about the current state of affairs in the United States.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
You do?
No, not now. They have to change their things. We'll go. But they have to change.
He chop in life finish, they go down and they can't tell us make we no go. The time they blow the money for FIFA, we blow that. You should go and sit down.
No, but Trump for stop that.
No, you see,
Trump stop that.
What Trump is doing should be condemned.
Yes, the ice thing.
What I'm saying is that let's not link football to these things. Otherwise, we are running into a very difficult situation. I mean, that's my point.
No, you're right. Yeah, but anyway,
Sepp Blatter, the approach that he used to run FIFA, if the same approach Donald Trump they use, only a Casamon can be.
It's true. Shall I continue?
No, I saw watch it.
You mean the guy put on?
Okay, so
see this one too.
You mean the guy put on like that?
In tech news, I want to talk about mobile money because we've got some new data from the Bank of Ghana that says it surged to a record 518.4 billion cedis in transactions last December. So that's a record for 2025, and it's up by 1.2 million Ghana cedis from the previous December. Billion Ghana cedis from the previous December. So active mobile money accounts also rose sharply to 26.7 million as in December, compared with 25.5 million a month earlier. So registered accounts also increased to 80.5 million. So there's a lot of transactions being done on mobile money.
No, Charlie, Edwin, it's always good to have you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Inshallah, you'll get your.
Amen.
You're looking for a bank to rely on. Let me give you a shoulder to lie on. Would we sick to bank be no lie? Only one place where I get my eye on. Make I introduce you all to First Bank, the best services in the world, first rank. Customer service, everything is well planned. I make music, I travel, I sell land. They be my reserve 10. Cause every time I know my money's safe. Universal banking ain't in me here the date. I'm a busy person, me no many time to wait. Now you got to Spain, even when I'm in the States. My me blue shirt. They tell me office a chilling, but who cares? Cause I bank with the best. I'm lucky, I'm too blessed. When it comes to First Bank, it's too west. Everything is you first.
Nobody feed do, I'm like us. Do I'm like us. First Bank we treat you first. Treat you first. Somebody see yeah. Think about you first. Think about you first.
You first. First Bank.
There are many reasons to connect, and it's all to put smiles on the faces of those you love.
Daddy, thanks for the tea cash, okay? I love you.
That's my daughter Angela. Caring for my parents, that's my duty. I also get to pay my utility bills easily with Telecel Cash. And to the suppliers at my shop,
hello sir, Telecel Cash payment received right on time. Thank you.
I get to make them smile because I can pay to my suppliers' merchant numbers, even on other networks directly. My dear ones, we keep the connection stronger when our family, friends, and business relations are happy. Live on cash, enjoy convenience, and make those who matter smile when you send them money with Telecel Cash.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Mensa Kamekao!
Now what so dear?
Hey Charlie, what's it? Imagine buying your favorite gadget and driving home a sleek saloon car.
Oh yes! With Max Buys You Shop You Drive promo, every purchase brings you closer to amazing prizes.
Just shop any product from Max Buy
and stand a chance to win a sleek saloon car, TVs, smartphones, and more. Your next buy could make you a winner.
So what are you waiting for? Shop now and let's make your dream drivable with Max Buy.
Max Buy.
You shop, you drive. For further inquiries, call Max Buy on 054 401 9552. Terms and conditions apply.
This promo is being run by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
This is the story of Anthony Owusu-Ansah and his delivery business, Shark Express. What started as one man's dream is now a thriving same-day delivery business that serves hundreds of families. Through financing, mentorship, business networks, and market access, APSA is helping businesses like Shark Express grow, create jobs, build futures, and deliver joy across Ghana. Behind Anthony's success isn't only hard work, it's having the right partner like APSA. From funding to guidance, APSA stands with entrepreneurs who dare to dream.
We see your story and we invite you to write it with us. Your story matters. APSA.
Imagine a place where every child's laughter becomes a song.
A place where we can learn from animals, play and just be happy with mommy and daddy.
A place where hearts grow together.
That place is Safari Eco Park. Here, amusement is the joy that unites us all.
Mommy, I can see the emus all the way up here on the canopy wall.
Careful, dear. There is more fun to be had.
This is my new friend. Her name is Stripey, and the wildebeest is Sandy.
Hi, Stripey and Sandy.
With so much amusement like targets and obstacle games, ant caves, fantasy rides, and a vast range of wildlife.
What is this place?
This is an aviary, home to over 400 of the most vibrant birds in the world. The biggest aviary in West Africa.
Wow, the biggest?
Yes, and guess what? Open your palm.
Daddy, look, you're eating from my palm.
That's amazing.
I want to stay at Safari Eco Park. I don't want to go back to Ghana.
But honey, Safari Eco Park is in Ghana.
What?
How much did all of this cost, honey?
350 Ghana cedis for you and I. 250 for teenagers, 150 for kids, and absolutely free for children under 6.
We should have brought the kids here sooner.
I know.
Safari Eco Park is only 1 hour drive from Accra. It's unforgettable.
Life doesn't always go as planned. Maybe you dreamed of earning a degree, but something got in the way. Losing a parent, financial struggles, or life just happening. But what if I told you it's not too late? At Cracks Training Institute, we believe in second chances. With the ABE Level 6 program, your dreams are back within reach. If you hold an HND or a 2-year diploma and have valuable work experience, this is your opportunity. The ABE Level 6 is recognized by Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, GTEC, and equivalent to a bachelor's degree. But that's not all. It also qualifies you to enroll in any university in Ghana for a master's degree. And here's the good news. Admission is in progress. This is your moment. Don't let it pass you by. Take the first step towards rewriting your story. Call us today at Cracks Training Institute on 0552 222217, 0552 222217, or visit cracks.edu.gh.
This is the story of Anthony Owusu-Ansah and his delivery business, Shark Express. What started as one man's dream is now a thriving same-day delivery business that serves hundreds of families. Through financing, mentorship, business networks, and market access, APSA is helping businesses like Shark Express grow, create jobs, build futures, and deliver joy across Ghana. Behind Anthony's success isn't only hard work, it's having the right partner like APSA. From funding to guidance, APSA stands with entrepreneurs who dare to dream.
We see your story and we invite you to write it with us. Your story matters. APSA.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Charlie, what's up?
Me, I did.
How you doing?
Managing.
I be that job.
You be cool, side no damaging.
And your girl?
Oh, she did. She just chopping birthday.
And your mommy?
Cool cry. She did church on Sunday.
What be the move?
Oh my guy, couple of moves up by. I did do some running. If I hit then I buy. And yourself?
Oh, normal. I day like a new day. I just choke cool. One corner the word trade day. Inshallah, this year they are for married. The yanum no people Sunday, my Gary.
Ha ha, hee hee, ha ha, hee hee. I be you, Bob.
Make we link up.
Better time, be you, Bob.
0 CDs in my savings, but at least
8:27. If you're tired of Accra's hustle and traffic, take a quick escape to the cool, peaceful mountains of Ibri at Big Posso Wellness Center. Whether it's for business, a weekend break, or pure relaxation, Big Posso gives you calm, comfort, and fresh mountain air. The perfect place to rest and reset. It's only 30 minutes from Accra. Call Big Posso on 0200 557 699 or go online to bigpossoresort.com to book today. Big Posso Wellness Resort, peace lives here. Heritage Christian University helps you grow while you pursue your degree. Our scholar practitioner faculty will guide you to solve real world challenges. Whether you are in business, computing, health, psychology, media, or theology, Heritage Christian University provides the path. Experience a university education that challenges you to dream, pursue, and achieve. We are chartered and accredited by GTEC. Call or WhatsApp 0202-298-399. Heritage Christian University, educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders. The SG Ghana Festive Cashback promo is still ongoing. Don't miss the chance to win back the money you spent shopping this festive season. Between now and end of January, use your SG Ghana Visa card for all transactions. Make at least 5, totally not less than 2K, and you could win your share of 120,000 cedis in a grand draw. The more transactions you make, the better your chances of winning. For more information, call 0302-214-314. Promo regulated by NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
All right, so get ready to boost your career with SIMA. Whether you're fresh out of university or climbing the corporate ladder, SIMA gives you real-world skills, global recognition, and a powerful network of over 689,000 professionals in 190 countries. You will earn while you learn, unlock leadership and digital finance skills, and become a chartered global management accountant. No boring lectures. Enjoy flexible, self-paced online learning and study anytime, anywhere. Visit AICPA-SIMA.com or call 026-301-1992. SIMA 1 SIMA qualification, countless career opportunities. So this February, love is truly in the air. Africa World Airlines invites you to fly your heart out with the Hour for You 26 promo. Enjoy an instant 10% off all fares when you book on the Hour mobile app from February 1 to February 14. Download the app, book your flight, and let love take you places. Hour for You 26, sharing you with unlimited love. Africa World Airlines, touching Africa, touching the world. So our stories are all different. For some of us, it's the thrill of chasing our dreams, of opening new shops. For others, it's how they are able to tap their phones and pay for watching with no stress. Whatever your story, Absa is ready with digital solutions, travel insurance, free international debit card, flexible repayment options on loans, and countless other perks that are actually match your ambition. So whatever chapter you're on, Absa says we see your story. Your story matters, Absa. So this year, say goodbye to unnecessary stress. Pay your school fees and residential fees with Zenith Bank. Simply dial *966*3# on your phone. No data needed. Just select your Zenith Merchant Pay, enter your school code, follow the prompts, and confirm payments with your PIN. Payment is real time with instant confirmation, fast, simple, stress-free. Start the year right with easy school fee payments using Zenith Bank's Merchant Pay short code *966*3#. For a full list of schools, visit zenithbank.com.gh. Zenith Bank, in your best interest. So your good energy journeys just got better. Girl is offering discounts at selected stations nationwide while maintaining the quality that protects your engine to take you further. It is the same trusted fuels enhanced with XP3 additive. Girl continues to deliver quality fuels that has served the nation for over 60 years. Yatiti so topapa preko. Girl, good energy.
So, what two words can ruin your day any day? Insufficient balance. Well, don't stress. With extra balance from Forms Capital, you can get a quick top-up straight to your Momo wallet. Your overdraft limit keeps going up, and the best part is that the interest is only charged for the days the funds are used. It's fast, easy, and keeps you moving. Because Forms Capital believes in community impact and financial inclusion, no wallet is left behind. So whether you're a trader, student, or parent, no matter who you are deserving of financial access anytime. Sign up for free on the Momo app, navigate to financial services advances, and select extra balance. Or dial *170#, select 534 to activate extra balance. Make every moment unforgettable with CBG cards, your most reliable payment option. Whether you're shopping for gifts, paying for groceries, booking holiday experiences, or settling bills on the go, the GH Link MasterCard Classic and MasterCard Gold provide simple, secure, and seamless payment anytime. Choose CBG cards, the smarter way to pay anytime. Choose convenience that keeps you up with every celebration. Call 0302-216-000 or email talktous@cbg.com.gh. Godfrey, please read some comments for me.
Okay.
On and by the way, a friend of mine just sent me something. This guy, he's a Dansoman boy, so you know him.
Don't worry.
He said,
just read.
I will go for a China car.
A
colleague just got a brand new SUV Chang'an, 7-seater intelligent SUV for 350,000.
The Chang'ans are doing well here.
What are you talking about? Second-hand car. Look, second-hand Toyota Highlander 2015 model was sold for 330,000. Wow, look. Imagine. A Chang'an. So the Chinese brands that are doing well: Geely, Chang'an, Jetor, BYD, Xpeng. Which other ones?
Caleb has been dreaming of an Xpeng for a while.
There's another one.
The
Haval.
The Haval.
Even Cherry.
And the Cherry.
They're all there.
The Haval brands and the Cherry.
They're also quite.
Because truth is, reason we can talk about it here. Remember that when we started Citi,
we used to have Cherry cars.
First sales vehicles.
Were Cherry. You call them Cherry
QQ.
Small car. Very small. That was this is 2005.
Yeah.
We had about 3.
We bought 3, Charlie. We bought it. Don't call me.
Yeah, those
and
times.
I remember that we bought them for $10,000 each.
At the time.
At the time.
Which was still competitive.
And very. But the car, no, that time, when you get to circle, you can't climb the thing. The car can go out and the car will say, Meba.
You know, when I was in
then and now, Charlie.
No, Nigeria has improved.
No, too much.
I had the when I came, I had the Photon. The very first
the Photon,
pickup they brought into the market.
Yeah.
And I look at the Photon now.
Charlie,
the Photon I had then.
Yeah.
Charlie, was like sitting in a disco.
Charlie, you should check the Cherry Tigo range.
Yeah.
TIGGO. Check them out. Tigo 2479.
But
we have it.
I don't hear carry any who say bit to me.
But we have sometimes we have a Chang'an pickup. We have a pickup. There's a pickup we have from Heritage Caravan last year.
That's the Zonda pickup. Yes.
It's a Zonda pickup.
Yes, that's the Zonda.
Let me read you some
solid
messages.
pickups.
And then is Photon also Chinese?
Yes, I think so. Yes. We've used Photon before.
Correct.
Yeah.
So this one says, Bernard, this Kwame from Guy. Please tell Sky can't change our minds. He can't change our minds on the Chinese brand cars. He can't. Bernard, the word is greed. Is greed. That's why prices are the same. Ghanaian vendors are just greedy. You can't say old stock. What of the others who are bringing new stock? Are you going to say you are going to keep your old stock at high price before you bring in new stock? Bernard, well said, Bernard. You are 100% right.
Okay.
I have bought a Hyundai Tucson SUV 2016, which is clean, problem free. The cost shipping and cleaning is less than 120,000 Ghana cedis. Prior to buying it, I went round and the same car is costing not less than 250k.
Look at that.
The prices here are absurd.
Yes.
Sky should not defend the garages, even though there's also a little bit of truth in what he's saying. AB from Kaswa.
AB, thank you for that.
Good morning, Ben and team.
Morning.
So the thing is, the dollar rate of BOG isn't real world rate. BOG may have 10 Ghana cedis, 80 pesos as rate. But when you are sending to, let's say, the US and you're using the banks, it can take about 40 to 20 days before it goes. So you may have to get your own dollar from Forex Bureau. And the rate there is around 11.9 to 12. And the bank rate is also 5% for a transfer and other charges that are included. Those are a whole lot. This is the Naya from Soka Corporate.
But are the differentials between BOG and Forex that wide? I think they are a bit lower now.
We'll see.
Okay, because 10.8, 11.9, that's more than a CD.
Okay, this one, K-Dom has an interesting question. Perhaps we could get an expert to answer. Please, why is that the hybrid and EVs are taxed at a rate of 20%, whilst petrol combustion engine vehicles are taxed at between 10 to 15%? That's a question.
Sometimes it doesn't make sense. Because if you say that EV cars are better for the environment, and petrol alone is not good, why should you tax EV cars more than petrol cars?
That's an interesting.
We need to check it.
Yes.
Check it for me. If it's true, it doesn't make sense.
Ben in Ashaiman, Brother and Co, there's dissonance between government sterling achievements on the management of the economy and private sector response. I blame this on greed, profiteering, and sheer wickedness. Businesses and individuals sympathetic to the government must begin reducing prices to reflect the government's performance. Abek will help me out. Thank you. Brother and team, I remember you discussed the Ghanaian pension for higher pricing to feed off their worries. Some men even cited how Ghanaians in the UK and US price their foodstuffs higher than others selling the same things. Fuel has really gone down. We expect fares will come down, but I tell you, drivers are rather increasing fares. I picked a taxi from Zoom to Kofodia last Friday, something we normally pay around 15 Ghana cedis for last year. We were charged 20 Ghana cedis this time. We complained, but we paid. Another was, our rent was due in December from 750 Ghana cedis. That was 2 years ago, for a bedroom and a hall. Our landlord says he's increasing it to 1,200 Ghana cedis.
Look at that.
Honestly, when we protested, he told us once the year rolls over, he will increase the price.
Look at that.
My wife retorted, not for him to increase next time. He told us we should build ours and move out if we can't pay when he increases us. Muntu!
As they say, waka funchiro.
Hi, Bernard. Tell Sky that the Chinese guys of this era are very durable. The days of that notion is long gone. Look at the tipper truck market today. It is dominated by Chinese brands. The European brands are out of the market. The Chinese brand retailers are also providing quality servicing, warranty, and the comfort of knowing you're not going to suffer information asymmetry. You can search the VIN number of a used car, but there's no record of how it has been used since it arrived in Ghana. The market is changing fast, so the used car dealers had better wake up. BYD is number 1 today, and there's a reason. This is Andy from Bus 2 of Heritage Caravan 2025 with 2026 also coming up, just so that you know. So 2026 group ready. Charles from Tema says, you need to also understand that vehicles are not just a tool for moving from current location to destination. It is also an extension of personality for some. A used BMW is still better than a brand new Korean or Chinese car because of quality of parts, engine reliability, and aging effects of the interior.
I have no such problem.
Yeah,
but that's not true.
No, in my personality has no need.
That's never true.
No, for him.
Well, but
I mean, the status symbol argument.
The status symbol.
If you drop a Mercedes Benz and close the door, and the door does
no. Wait. He said a used.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some people
but
prefer
how deteriorated the thing has become.
No, if somebody buys a used BMW that looks nice, and you buy a fresh Cherry,
then now you are qualifying it. Once
nice.
you open a used, you can't say that it's used to the extent that it's been used. No matter how it looks like, so long as it's a BMW, it's better than any other brand.
I think the person was making a status symbol argument. I'm saying that is still very valid.
I don't
you may pull up depends on where you're coming from.
I don't need any status.
It depends on where you're coming from.
You don't want status.
It depends on where you're coming from.
You may pull up a link here. Someone pulls up
it depends on where you are coming from.
A few more.
No, see, he's a lawyer, so when you drive, you can charge based on the car you drive. So if a lawyer drive Cherry, you don't say a lawyer, are you serious? Or if you drive, you say, lawyer driving Benz.
We are making economic arguments.
No, but Samens, you see, the truth about what Sky is saying is that in Ghana, status is big.
Yes.
If a lawyer pulls up in a Benz and comes out of his car and enters your office, there's certain aura.
It's not
there's
just
an
in Ghana.
aura.
Bernard, no, it's not just in Ghana.
Yeah. But no, let's stay in Ghana.
You know, you all been to Dubai. Don't you see taxis?
We don't go
BMW taxis.
We don't go there often.
Mercedes taxis. You understand?
No, but we don't go there often.
But the fact is that it does not necessarily make it a better vehicle. That's all I'm saying.
No, correct.
That's all I'm saying.
No, but there's a point there.
There may be a status.
Yeah, but you see, the point he's making is that because people have status needs, they pay more. So even though it's not economical for them to pay for that, so what I'm saying is that the reason the used car people are making the cash in is that people still have a perception that if I buy a Benz at higher price, just there's a certain feeling I get.
And then also Benz ensures you reliability, longevity.
Is your mind?
Marco Todd still drives the 1977 Mercedes Benz and is still in good shape, isn't it?
But
I mean, are you saying that Benz's perception is just brand perception of functionality?
It's both. No, it's both. But what I'm saying is that the Mercedes of 1980 is not the Mercedes of today.
Is it better
in terms of quality?
Is it better?
In terms of sophistication, it will be better. But in terms of reliability and quality, the Mercedes of 1980 is light years better.
It's mining Benz. It's better than
that's
it depends on what kind of Benz it is.
We are just talking generally about the brand.
Generally, Benz are before.
I don't want to belittle other brands.
Yes.
But there's a brand that you yourself use. In Ghana, in the 80s and in the 90s, anybody that had that, even in the ministry, principal directors, that's the Mercedes, the vehicle they're using. Be careful. That's the vehicle. You bought the car. How many years? The car is giving you problems. Meanwhile, the brand is there.
Yeah.
Funya.
So his point is that the residual brand equity of these brands
is what is carrying them.
Because Sky.
As for their reliability, Bernard, you see, you can go to China and bring, even the advanced ones, right?
Yeah.
But the point I'm making is that these brands have not been thoroughly tested.
Over time.
As to hold them up against
time in terms
Mercedes, Toyota.
That one.
But even in Bernard,
a Benz has a 40, 50, 60 year life experience in Ghana.
No, Mercedes stands out.
That's what I'm saying.
No, as for Mercedes, we can talk about Mercedes. Toyota stands out on many fronts.
Even Toyota has a longer. I mean, in our Ghana,
I will spare even Toyota. Yes. How about the others?
But
there are Korean brands that we use here regularly.
Did they come out at the same time as the Chinese brands?
No, Korea came before.
In Africa, the Koreans came.
So, for example, if you take Hyundai or Kia, they maybe have a 20-year advantage over the Chinese here. Correct, yeah. So I think the point Sky is making, which I think is also a valid point, is that time of use
makes it a preferred brand,
which is why they pay a premium.
But not necessarily a better brand. That's what I'm saying.
No, we are on the same point.
No, that's
so you see, Samuels is making a functional argument, and Sky is making a brand perception argument,
which I alluded to. That is a marketing function.
So for you, for example, if you are buying a car for your staff member, you want function.
Yes.
So if you are buying a car for your company or you are buying a car for a factory, you want a car that works. So let's assume you are buying a car for police. You will buy a car that works, which is functionally cost efficient.
Yeah.
I will not. But if you are buying a car to impress your father-in-law, you will go with Sky because you want to show the man that you did.
Fair enough. But if I experience I experience the vehicle.
Yeah.
The vehicle that Zonda launched the other time.
So they have
Tank 500.
Yes.
The Tank 500.
Yeah.
Compares with any of the known four-wheel drives.
Yes.
And it provides a certain comfort that you can get from your legs.
I won't even catch you. You remember
things.
we interviewed a guy.
Go and find out from
we interviewed a gentleman in November.
Tank 500.
So remember he brought a Chinese SUV.
Yes.
It was EV,
Yes.
full EV. It was a Land Cruiser. Sky, when you sit in the car,
the Land Cruiser.
It was like a Toyota Land Cruiser,
Okay.
but it had this brand. I forget the name of the brand. When you see the car and you sit in the car, you ask yourself, where was this car made? It's a Chinese brand.
Oh yeah, I mean
Sky. No, I have to give you a ride in the Tank 500.
I don't
not a ride. You see, when I drive the
vehicle
by myself, go and bring one I should drive for a year.
Let me finish my
and
word.
then we'll talk about
Okay, you wait.
No, you have to buy one.
So we're still talking and want to hear more from you in relation to if you have $20,000, would you buy a brand new Haval or you would buy a second-hand Corolla? In today's connected world, technology is not a convenience, it's critical. When devices fail, productivity, business, and communications are affected. So Tech Therapy Limited is a professional tech services company providing reliable repair and support for smartphones, tablets, laptops, and smart wearable devices. Whether it's your personal device or fleet of devices supporting your operations, Tech Therapy Limited delivers support that keeps you moving. Call them on 0505 789 096 or 0256 111 790. Tech Therapy Limited, your digital wellness partner. The hottest slogan in town is part to part from GCB Bank. It's your chance to win mega gargantuan prizes. We're talking the ultimate all-expense paid trip to the Global Football Fiesta next year, plus monthly TVs, fridges, cookers, and more. Join the winning team, deposit and maintain 300 cedis or more in your GCB savings or current account, and you could win big. This promo is until April 2026. Terms and conditions apply. GCB, your bank for life. And NLA has increased the playing time for your favorite 590 mobile from Monday to Saturday. Noon rush starts 8:30 p.m., closes at 1:25 p.m. And also we have Sunday Aseda. Catch all the 590 evening live draws from Monday special to Sunday Aseda on GTV broadcast. Call 0308-249-477. Sky, I want to provoke you a bit. Remember when we talk about food and other things? There's a very strong relationship between advertising, brand perception, and real quality. It's not necessarily the same thing. So when you, for example, I keep giving this example, it's a very good example. Like my kids, like, do you want to eat? And they'll mention some brand, this food. And I say, but we'll fry chicken in the house. And they say, no, we don't like that. I want to eat this one. It's because they see the advert and they see the billboard. That chicken they are eating may not necessarily be better than the chicken we fry at home or even papaya, but it's just brand perception. So what I'm saying is that, and I use the BYD example in the UK, that a lot of British people who I met when I was in the UK recently, they felt Tesla was the ish. But when my friend started driving his BYD, they were like, this car is really nice. Where did you buy it from? So that market, at the time I went, they hadn't been exposed to the BYD brand and its quality. So in their head, Tesla is amazing. What I'm saying is that there are Chinese brands that are comparable to even some of the high-end brands from the West. There are some Chinese brands that are also cheap. So I think what it behoves on the buyer to know the difference even in the Chinese brands, because we cannot simply say all Chinese brands are inferior or all Korean brands are better. It's a question. So all I'm trying to say is that there are some very high-end Chinese brands that are not even known.
Are very expensive.
Yes. So it's, I feel like more information is going to change the market. But the point we cannot deny is that the used car market, if they don't change their business model, I don't think they will survive, because it started with the previous government assembling of VW and things. They couldn't get the pricing that well. So a lot of people went to buy the assembled VW and those other cars. A lot of the cars have started being assembled here. If they could get the pricing lower, the used car market is already in trouble. What the Chinese have done is that they've managed to get a lower price for these cars, and therefore the disruption has started.
And they assemble here.
Good.
And then also, I think what we also need to look out for is that, generally, if you buy cars from European or US markets, there's a certain safety standard that is assured, right? And I'll make the point very forcefully, because we in Ghana, generally, there are things that we allow to pass. And when these foreign markets are producing specifically for the African market, there are certain things they cut back on, right? And when they cut back on things, it has implications for your safety. So if you're running around in those vehicles, while they may be functional, again, reliability comes in. If that car runs into a wall, what mechanisms are there to give you thorough protection to a large extent? Because the regulations elsewhere are rigid, they are firm, you have to meet the standard in order to be in the market. In the Ghanaian situation, do we have a czar? Do we have, what do you call it? Someone who is thoroughly ensuring that what is coming here
so you're
meets
saying,
all
you're
the
saying
global
that
standards?
If I hear you, when companies produce for the African market, they lower their standard.
Exactly.
And therefore, we have to keep an eye on
that one too.
On that issue. You have a report.
I don't think it's true. It's not true. They don't lower. You see, they compromise on not the standards, but the comfort. No, those extensions for comfort, not extensions for safety. Yes, because there are certain things that they add, they complement just to enhance the comfort of use. And at times, the African market generally can't afford. But no, you don't compromise safety. That's not what they do, because there are international standards for the automobile export market.
When is a new?
For instance, if you have to cross boundaries into other countries, so that's a standard. The only thing that they compromise on clearly is comfort and some of these aesthetics. And even with that, the known brands that we are talking about, Western brands, also do same. That's why they first of all established manufacturing assembly plants in South Africa, specifically for the African markets. Now, I haven't bought
because they want to fit it to the African territory.
So I'm just saying that it's a general thing, but not at the expense of safety.
So let me hear your point. So are you saying that when you buy a fresh Mercedes-Benz made in Germany, and you use a slightly used Mercedes-Benz from Germany, because it was made for the German market, they may have certain things that they would put in the car that if they manufactured it in South Africa, they may not have done.
There's a rigor that you would expect that you will not get in
because regulation.
No, you will get. It's global.
It is not so.
No, it is. It is. I know as a matter of fact that it is.
No, so everybody's expressing their own. Let me hear what you are saying. Are you saying that when a car is done in Africa for the African market, the standards of safety may be lower?
No, he made an African argument about. He made a general African argument. I'm talking specifically about some markets, right? If you buy a car made in Germany for the German market and you import it after it has been used, blah blah, slightly or whatever it is, the standards of safety that apply, which are rigorous in that market
and enforced,
right? Those are not the things you get here in the Ghanaian market when you buy a car made specifically for the Ghanaian market. And it is not a question of luxury. No, it's a matter of safety. You understand? And you have the same problem with some of these, the Far East vehicles that are coming into the system. Of course, there are issues of whether there is a question of whether you can pay. That argument is there. But the truth is, to a large extent, the standards we enforce here are not the same as the ones elsewhere.
Have you wondered why we never get mass recalls for these brands in Africa? A lot of times when these cars have a defect, the recalls are either Europe or America, because somehow they are discovered there. I never hear them say that the Toyota Corollas that they are using in Africa, they will do a recall. I don't really hear that.
Because in the chain of supply, Africa is very minute.
So you don't have a lot of people buying.
They don't even register on their dashboard. That's the first point.
So what about the ones in South Africa? They never have problems?
No, they do have. And when they do their recalls. They do. Okay. And this is not just Asian cars. The point I'm making is that the Chinese have been able to internationalize their standards. That's why most of the Chinese brands are now openly selling
in European markets.
In European markets,
the standards are not the same.
They are
the standards Chinese apply. Sorry, let me understand him. Are you saying the China? Are you saying the standards that the Chinese will sell in Europe is not the same as
it's not the same as what they will sell?
So let me explain. So you're saying that the African governance of the car market needs to step up, because if a Chinese is selling a car in England, he will raise his standard to the England regulator, but the Ghanaian regulator may close his eyes to many things.
Exactly.
Okay, I don't think that's a wrong point. So the Ghanaians have to raise our
Those are defects with the structure of our markets. I'm just saying that no proper assembly car manufacturing company would deliberately reduce standards on the basis of safety because it's coming to Africa. It's not done. The standards are global standards.
Is the
enforcement defects, yes, we can admit that it shows up in all industries in Africa.
You mean the
Ghana.
minimum standards?
No. The standards. You can even talk about minimum standards, but not safety defects.
You know what I want to say, Sky? Let's also admit that the literature about China from a Western perspective has also been very negative. So whilst I agree with you that Ghana cannot even enforce some rules that you can go and copy an European law about food safety, but our food safety authorities may not have the wherewithal to enforce like the Europeans will enforce it. So for me, I agree with you on the point of enforcement is an issue. But I also feel like it's not fair to say that standard-wise, because enforcement is an issue, a manufacturer would deliberately lower a standard for an African market because enforcement is weak.
It is at the expense of safety.
Guys, allow me. Both truth can coexist. You can say that African enforcement of regulations is weak, and
African standards are not European standards, and they are not American.
Which is why sometimes. So for example, for example, let's come to internet governance. The reason why sometimes when you go to Europe, your phone, the same app, the kind of things that get to your phone in UK and US are different from what comes on your phone in Ghana, is that because you registered in Ghana, our internet governance standards are lower. So Europeans have certain high-level standards for certain things on the internet. And once you are in that jurisdiction,
particularly safety.
Good. So if you go and even copy European law about Google and you bring it to Ghana, you may not be able to enforce it because your court system may not be able to cope with the level of intricacy of the European court. So generally, the system in Europe and Western world is higher. But I think the point he's making is that we cannot therefore say that the manufacturer would deliberately.
You see, Bernard, mischaracterize the point I'm making.
No, we are making 2 points.
Bernard, there is something known as minimum global standards. The standard is that, that's for this one, you can't go below it, right? But the barriers to entry into a European market would require that you up that standard.
You raise it.
Exactly. And that is what.
But it's a minimum global standard.
Yes, the minimum global standard would apply in Africa and ordinary.
So necessary, but
the question. So you see, when was the last time you asked a Chinese vehicle manufacturer to crash test a particular vehicle you want to buy, to be sure that
in Ghana here?
Yes, in Ghana.
No, but we see the crash test everywhere.
Where you see it? Where?
If you go online, you see a crash test of a Chinese car. You just go to YouTube and do crash test of and mention 3 brands. They do it.
You see, that's the problem. You see, it is a question of which Ghanaian regulator in Ghana today, DVLA. When was the last time you saw a video on their website saying that, we have gone to DV?
Yeah, but do they do it for the German cars in Ghana?
Say it again.
They don't as well.
No, that's what I'm saying. That I bring vehicles from Europe. I bring vehicles from the US, right? And I can speak to
the stress they do there.
Exactly.
But you say the Chinese don't do the crash test?
I'm saying I've not seen it. I've not said that.
No, they do.
They go online.
Have you seen it?
I can even Google one for you right now.
Done by the DVLA.
No, but DVLA doesn't do for anybody. I don't understand. You saying that cars manufactured here? Okay, I get you. So cars manufactured here. Okay, Sky, wait. We assemble. Wait. Sky, wait.
The cars are assembled.
Sky, wait.
You said the cars are assembled.
Sky, wait. We assemble.
No, they do the test here.
Sky, wait. We assemble VW here. Do they do crash tests? DVLA do crash tests?
You'd expect that it should be done.
No, I'm sure they do.
I'm
sure they do.
Because it's not just about driving around. No, it's about safety first.
They do.
That's an important point.
The standards are the same in Ghana, in Europe, in the US. The enhancements may vary and may be specific to markets, but no serious vehicle manufacturer will say that let me compromise safety. That's the point I'm making.
Serious.
And the years passed when we could characterize Chinese vehicles as unsafe or unreliable. That belongs to the Sofudazi period where we were watching concerts.
It takes time to change perceptions.
I get that.
Which is why you have seen a lot of some pushback.
No, I get that. Yeah. Perception is the thing. Look, I am obviously older than you. No.
I know. That's not in doubt.
No. No, if you look at my stomach, that's but I'm making the point that even the Japanese vehicles and the Korean vehicles that today we swear by, in the 70s and in the 80s, I mean, people will hide it when they buy it because they will prefer the American vehicles, the German vehicles, the BMWs, and stuff like that. So with time,
it took them time to. So for me, my main point is even for car importers. I'm thinking about car importers, and that if they don't change their business model, they may well go out of business because younger people are looking for affordability,
safety.
Fine, and I don't think young people feel they are less safe driving Chinese brands. I don't think they feel that way. I feel like they think they are being priced out of imported car markets because traditionally cars have been expensive to get. Once the Chinese are able to lower the manufacturing cost of a car, what it means to own a car in the next 10 years is not the same as what it meant 20 years ago. So if the importers don't adjust their pricing to reflect the modern reality of two things, the currency and the competition from the Chinese, they will run in trouble. Let me end with Godfrey. Please read the rest of the comments for me. And by the way, if you give me, I'll take.
Give you what? European or American or?
Oh yes, let's put somebody on the line.
Okay, so let me.
And then so let's do the comments.
Some messages for you. Better than team. I love this your topic. We've been having arguments on it at work recently. Ghanaian car sellers are really doing us a big disservice. Take for example a 2025 brand new Tiaraba BYD.
Listen,
going for 600,000 Ghana cedis. Listen, and a 2020 Honda Accord going for about 275,000 Ghana cedis. And it's not brand new or Tiaraba.
Look at that.
It's terrible. This is coming up from Bawe. Please know that a lot of the second-hand cars are also accident cars, which have been fixed and sprayed.
Check it before you buy it.
GM, good morning, better than team. There are even Chinese dealers selling EVs for $8,000 in Ghana. So let me finish. But I recently bought a car from China, Haval H6 2016 model.
Haval.
But every part on the car is a Honda CR-V 2022 model.
Oh yeah, for that one, that's
the
a big issue
was
with intellectual property.
Cheap.
No, hold on. Repeat the thing you're saying.
He's saying that I recently bought a car from China, Haval H6 2016 model, but every part on the car is a Honda CR-V 2022 model.
Many of the Chinese cars are European clones. And that's a big matter in the world of intellectual property.
As in, they are using the same type of part, but they manufacture themselves.
Yes. Yeah, so it's like...
But they didn't go and take Honda and put in the Haval. They just did the Honda part. Is that what you're saying?
It would be unfair to say that Haval went to carry somebody's part.
It's like the same type of part.
Of course.
The same concept.
Of course.
Bernard.
The same design.
am saying that it's in many industries, right? But particularly in the car industry, many of the disputes you see concerning intellectual property and related matters are over these matters.
Have there been suits on record, and have anybody been awarded a judgment around that?
Explore the space.
I'll check. Godfrey, please go on.
So there's somebody who works in, who has worked in the automobile assembly chain for a while. Sends a message and says that all the cars that are assembled here are even approved outside. So in terms of for safety,
minimum global standard.
Yes, he says they are done outside even before. So
minimum global standard.
David,
the minimum is for every brand. It's for every brand.
David from
I want to go and start the car.
Bernard, our roads are the issue. Even the known quality brands, we have seniors who are able to manage our roads better. I will take a used Toyota than a brand new Chinese car. I have
David on Sky Side.
This is David from Lakeside. He says because of where he lives.
Okay. Please,
Citi CBS. the car conversation should continue.
Yes.
They should give us payment methods.
See, that's the thing, payment approach.
I know, Shantu. Akom, move your head.
Yeah, they should give us payment
Shantu and SDLG payloaders. That's with a minimum of 300,000 Ghana cedis. Then you can acquire with a minimum of 300,000 Ghana cedis and pay the rest in installments. Wisdom from Gomoa Akoti. And finally, before you get on the phone, Bernard, Bernard, the issue of reliability advanced by Sky is true. My company has 2 heavy-duty equipment, one European made, which is 8 years old, and one Chinese made, which is just 3 years old. The 8-year-old equipment is always employed, but the 3-year-old one is always packed because of breakdown issues.
Sky, a lawyer, for instance, I should tell you that you are articulating a minor motive against an inarticulate major motive. He says, Clement, we will not buy your second and give him plate cars. He said you get out. Please tell Sky in Ghana the law is not buyer beware. It is caveat venditor. But if I ask them so. So who do I have on the line?
Mr. Anobil.
Okay, Anobil is from the Automobile Manufacturers Association. Good. Mr. Anobil, thank you for joining us this morning. So our first thesis is that the used car market needs to change because the stability of the currency and the growth in the number of Ghana assembled vehicles and their favorable pricing terms means that consumers are now open to more options of new cars relatively cheaper. That was my first thesis. You are with the Ghana Automobile Development. How is the landscape? And do you agree with this, my theory, that if the second-hand people don't change their method, they'll go out of business soon?
I fully agree with your assertion. And one of the things I'll state is you were saying that they should change the way they do their business. And one of the things they should look at is buying locally produced used cars. So we should encourage dealers to do trading so that we can sell used cars from in-country. Elsewhere in the developed market or matured market, what happens is that you take your car and the dealer looks at the condition of the vehicle and it is priced. Before the dealer sells the used car, they make sure that at least the minimum work that is required to be done on the vehicle is done, then it is put out for sale. And these are things that we should look at, developing a channel between the authorized dealers or the assemblers and the the used car dealers. That I told them some time ago that we will look, that will help insulate their business from exchange rate losses and from high freight costs and other associated costs that is affecting their business adversely now. So I agree fully with you. They should change the way they're doing their business.
How has the assembled car landscape in Ghana changed over the past 7 years? Because I recall the previous government started the Ghana Automotive Development Strategy, and I think it started with a couple of companies coming to assemble. It looks like the landscape has grown, and we're seeing brands not just from the traditional European and German market, but in China also assembling here. How quickly has the landscape changed, and what does that mean for choice for consumers?
Well, as we speak now, I think we have about 8 assembly plants, and 16 brands are being assembled. Out of the 16 brands, we have about 4 Chinese brands being assembled. And what it has done is, with the government incentives, it kind of lowered the pricing of these vehicles. And I can tell you for a fact that as soon as the Citi appreciated over the past few months, there was a surge in the sales of these cars because the prices became very competitive against the used cars that are being sold. And generally, used cars that come into the country, they are not within even 5 years. It's 10 years plus. And most of them are also salvage vehicles. That is, vehicles that the safety have been compromised. And this is something that we need to critically look at in the country. So the assembled vehicles have increased from 2020. I think it was only Toyota and VW, and now we have about 16 brands being assembled.
Should we expect prices of new cars assembled in Ghana to come cheaper? So, for example, a lot of young people within the $10,000 to $15,000 range could afford. I mean, I've seen 18,000, but usually 20,000 and above. Should we expect, if the stability of the currency continues, and if we see new competitors enter the assembled car market, should we expect prices to come a bit lower so that the average worker can afford to have their own new car?
I think looking at the cash price of the vehicle is not the solution. I think we should look at vehicle financing. And if we could sit down with development banks, because they look at the commercial side of the business and also the development of an industry. So they give concessionary rates. And if we treat cars as assets, like the way we do mortgages, special rates, that is what I think that should be our focus. And I heard your earlier conversation talking about cars coming to Africa because we cannot afford it. Elsewhere, nobody buys cars cash. So our focus should be on vehicle financing. And I think a lot of these issues will be resolved. And again, even if you go to the matured market, financial companies are still even financing used cars because they have been certified by the dealer. And these are the kind of things we should seriously look into to help cars be affordable to the average Ghanaian.
So on whom does it behove to create this financing? Is it the financial institutions, or is it you, the retailers, who can create packages for employers? Who's supposed to lead that charge to create vehicle financing in Ghana?
Well, it should be a combination of both the dealers and the financial institutions. Over the years, my experience shows that a lot of these financial institutions don't even understand the automobile market and how to handle it differently. And this is something that we should all come to the table and learn from each other and from the experiences from the matured market. So as we speak now, the Automobile Development Center, collaborating with other development partners, have kind of laid down a framework for vehicle financing that involve all the stakeholders. So I think this is something that is in the pipeline, and very soon we should come out with something for the problem.
Ms. Alwi, finally, there's a view that standards for the European and North American markets are higher there than for like Africa or other parts of the world, and that sometimes to cut costs, manufacturers do some things. What is the comment on that? That look, the standards that cars are subjected to safety-wise, particularly in Europe, are higher than for Africa.
Okay. I will give you typical examples because in my journey in the automobile industry, I've ordered vehicles. So vehicle manufacturers have something they call the order guide. And they have an order guide for the European market. They have an order guide for the sub-Saharan market, and they will have an order guide for the North American. That is for an example. So if I take a car like a BMW and I'm ordering for Ghana, you realize that they have some packages for sub-Saharan Africa. And one of the packages will be poor road package. And the poor road package will come with a vehicle that will have higher clearance than maybe a vehicle in North America. So, for instance, when, as a dealer in Ghana, when I order a 5 Series for you, and you are passing over a ramp, it will pass easily. The North American spec might scratch, the under will scratch the ramp. I hope you understand.
Yes, sir.
Then they also have something we call the fuel package. So, for instance, our fuel spec in Ghana is maybe Euro 4. So they will tune my engine to be able to take that spec. Meanwhile, in US, they have a higher, they have maybe Euro 7 or Euro 8. And they will tune the engine to match the fuel spec in the US. That is why you have a lot of vehicles that are produced for the American market. And when they come here, as soon as you use it, you see the check engine light on.
So it's more the market that.
I heard your earlier conversation. It is not. They don't lower standard. The only thing is that some options, because if I am ordering a vehicle for our market and I don't have vehicle finance and I want to make the vehicle affordable to Ghanaians, I will take off some options. You understand? To make it affordable or to be competitive in the market. But those options are actually available, but we don't order it to make the vehicle competitive because we don't have that vehicle option. And when you go elsewhere in the matured market, they put all the options on because they don't buy cars. It doesn't even matter.
So these are specs. So you're talking about specs and not safety. So if a car is assembled,
safety is not compromised. No matter the market, safety is not compromised.
Good. So there's is there a global standard for safety for all vehicles, or the standard is in grades, so that somebody can say the African standard is the minimum safety, but then the German standard could be higher?
No. So when I take a Mercedes, for instance, if it has a crash test of 5-star, it's the same for Ghana, it's the same for Germany. Because even that is, should I say, the foundation of the vehicle, the safety cage of the vehicle, which actually determines the crash test result. They cannot, the manufacturer or the producer of that safety cage cannot say this is going to Africa, so I will use the amount of metal I use for this or that. So the safety is not compromised. It's the same everywhere. And maybe the suspension, they have other options. You can have an air suspension, you have an electronic suspension, you can have hydraulic suspension. But maybe those suspensions are too expensive for our market. So we will order the ordinary suspension. And that is comfort, as you, Samuel, earlier asserted.
Okay. Finally, when we started engaging the association, the brands I knew were the traditional brands, VW, Toyota, I think Nissan. Are the Chinese car assemblers part of your automotive assemblers association?
Yes, yeah. So that is part of it.
All right.
And also, Japan Motors assembles the Geely, which is a Chinese brand, and they are doing very well.
Oh, the Japan Motors assembles a Chinese brand?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting. That's quite interesting. All right. Charlie, thanks for talking to us. Thanks for talking to us. A lot of people want the car, so Charlie, you have to lower your prices so that people can get on the property ladder.
Okay, the other day.
Oh, I wanted him to answer, but he's gone.
Yeah, the other day, the government of Ghana went to buy a particular brand that they say they are using for ambulances.
Recently?
No. The ambulance that they went to buy, plenty ambulance that they went to buy and gave it to the district.
Oh, the German.
Yes. Go and find out how many of them are on the road.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
And the Mercedes.
Remember the controversy that they even buy them from the original equipment manufacturer.
And you see, this is the
lot
point
of them
Mr. Anobil is making. Yeah. They create the thing for a particular market condition, and we'll go and buy the thing and come and dump them here. All the vehicles are packed.
Let me read 2 comments to end the debate, if there's a debate at all. Kingsley says, Bernard, both of them are right. They are arguing from different tangents. 1, to cut costs, manufacturers build to the lowest legal bar. This creates a significant quality gap between strictly regulated markets like EU and those produced for markets with lower standards like Mexico or Africa. 2, our local regulators will need to step up, even regarding the known brands manufacturing here. 3, the quality of Chinese cars are getting better over time. Trust will be built over time. Over the next 5 years, they will take over as they gain more brand equity. Here's another one. When a car is manufactured in Germany, it meets the safety standards set by the EU and Germany. If the same car is shipped to Ghana, it should meet Ghana's safety standards too. However, there might be some differences. Crash testing. EU has stricter crash test norms. Airbags. EU cars often have more advanced airbag systems. Features. Exported cars might have fewer safety features. Ghana's safety standards might not be as stringent as EU's. He goes on, we need to ask DVLA if the assemblers in Ghana actually do crash tests in this country. Do they have crash tests? Please ask them for me. I'm reading more comments. Vehicles coming to Africa from China is rather well enforced because the perception is that Africa has bad roads, even with the tricycles. If you see where they test drive them before they send them to Africa, please check and research. Okay, if you are doing European vehicles, before you buy a car today, then know that you are buying a brand, not durability. This is Kelly from Medina. Good morning, Ben. Respectfully, I agree with Sky. When it comes to standards between cars made from different markets, mobile phones are a good example. Pick a Samsung phone made for Koreans and those made for international market. You'll be amazed at the difference. This is William. One thing I know about Chinese is that they are learning. In the early 2000s, when we were here in Ghana laughing at Chinese phones. And at that time, Chinese were learning, making mistakes and correcting them. Now, what's the story? Most of the best phones are assembled in China. They are doing the same with cars, and very soon they overtake others. Ghanaians, their laughter. What have we been able to do? Hey, Charlie, Eric has finished us. So we are laughing, we are not doing nothing. Charlie, guy.
There's enough literature online to support the views that I've expressed. So if you are interested, please go and read. Yeah, because I do a few things around intellectual property. So please.
No, you're a big man. You're a big man. No, Charlie, but the China, they will go take on that.
Oh no, China, they are doing their very best. I'm not saying don't buy Chinese vehicles. I just want you to know what you are buying.
No, it's true. Later this morning, my guest is an agri entrepreneur. How to start and run an agri-business. Dr. Mark Tutusapong is talking to us shortly. Central Investing invites prospective applicants for this academic year to apply for programs in IT, engineering, architecture, design, planning, business, economics, communication, pharmacy, law, health, public health, psychology, social work, all of them. From diplomas to undergraduates to PhD programs, we have all of them. Central University, raising virtuous and transformational leaders for our world. Litina Travel is taking Team Ghana to the biggest global event on the planet, happening in America, Canada, and Mexico. Join Litina's 2-in-1 experience, uniting world-class football and global business in one unforgettable journey. Your Litina Travel packages include visa to watch all 3 group stage matches, 3 official match tickets, return charter flights, hotel accommodation, travel insurance, and more. Call Litina on 020-522-9553 or visit us at Alisa Hotel North Ridge. Litina is your gateway to the 2026 World Cup and more. New year, new you. Reimagine, evolve, be intentional. Allow Bank of Africa carry the burden of keeping your money safe and secure while you focus on achieving your goals. Join Bank of Africa today and wrap a thoughtful selection of exciting products and services, including BOA Web, Visa Debit, and credit cards amid our SME and personal loans. Visit any of our branches or call 0302-429-333. Chat with Fafa online at boaghana.com. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. We're talking about cars. If you're looking for motor insurance that goes the extra mile, Hollard Insurance has something special for you this 2026. Insure your car with Hollard and enjoy extra rewards. New customers get to drive away with free fuel vouchers when they sign up. 16 customers get exclusive gifts when they renew. We also have 24/7 roadside assistance for everyone, so you're never stuck on the road. Call 0800 444 999 or visit any office of Hollard for more information. And GRA reminds all persons registered for VAT, NHIL, and Get Fund that your returns for December should be submitted no later than Friday, 30th January. It's the last working day of the month. For VAT, NHIL, and Get Fund and CST, avoid payment of penalties by submitting your returns close of January, 30th January. Now, your December returns should be filed end January to avoid penalties. Kindly get in contact with us, info@gra.gov.gh, or call 055 229 0000. That's 055 299 000. We'll be right back with our conversation on the Effective Living series. How do you start and run an agribusiness? Stay with us.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Where do your hopes and dreams take flight? The money you've earned, the future shining bright. At Petra, we're not just here for your retirement plan. We are here for the life you've imagined and then some. From your child's education to your dream home's door, we'll help you achieve what you're striving for. Petra is here, steady and strong. Your wealth in safe hands, where it belongs. With investments that grow at rates that compete, we build your future with every heartbeat. That's Petra, your partner. Come joy or strife, guiding you toward the dreams that define your life. For your pensions, investments, loans, and more, visit our website at petraonline.com or dial *447 *70#. Petra, achieve more.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055 00 32231. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
New year, new goals, new beginnings. Admissions are now open for our January intake at Lancaster University, Ghana. Experience world-class learning, vibrant campus life, and a global community, all in Ghana. For more information, contact us at +233 030 211 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Start your journey with Lancaster University, Ghana. Apply today and shape the future you've been dreaming of.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa, we are indeed the African Bank with the global reach.
Is there anything better than winning a bet? Well, with Betway's world first bet influencer feature, there is now. When you place a bet with Betway, you will generate a unique code. By sharing these codes, you will earn 4% of every wager in cash. And when word starts spreading, the returns start rising. No matter the outcome, you can score big. It's easy to create your own codes. Choose your favorite teams and send to your friends anytime, anywhere. So, what are you waiting for? Start betting, sharing, and winning with Bet Influencer. Brought to you by Betway. Watch the next video for all the details. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18. Bet the responsible way. Betway. Get way more.
Looking to study at a trusted university with strong values-based education? Welcome to Heritage Christian University, located in Accra and fully accredited by the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission. At Heritage Christian University, we offer more than a degree. You will learn from experienced scholar practitioners, gain professional certifications, and enjoy en-suite hostel facilities in a safe, secure campus. We offer affordable programs in nursing, midwifery, computer science, multimedia, IT, communication, psychology, theology, and business administration. Enjoy hands-on learning, professional certifications, and top-up options for WAS, HND, and diploma holders. Mature students over 25 are also welcome. Admissions are open for January, March, and September. Get started today. Apply online at www.hcu.edu.gh. For enquiries, WhatsApp us on +233 547 777 731 or +233 202 298 399.
When you hit the road, anything can happen. Drive with motor insurance that's fast, reliable, and always there when it matters. Whether it is comprehensive motor insurance, third-party fire and theft, or third-party only, Provident Insurance will sort you out. Insure or renew from January to March and enjoy fuel coupons and exclusive branded souvenirs. Terms and conditions apply. Drive confident. Drive protected. Visit any Provident Insurance branch nationwide, our agency outlets, or licensed brokers. You can also call 050-937-4928 for inquiries or visit providencegh.com for more information. Remember, Ghana card is required for individuals and TIN number for corporate clients and for all motor insurance transactions in line with NIC directives.
With Provident, plan your cover.
My friends, I'm a very happy man. Let me share my testimony. I needed a home at a prime location, but I didn't have enough money. The little I had was too small to buy even a studio apartment, but a friend of mine introduced me to invest to own from Priority View Homes. I invested the little money I had for only 2 years. True to their word, at the maturity date, I qualified for a 2-bedroom luxury apartment at a prime location in Accra. Now look at me, living in my own home without the usual hassle. If you want a stress-free home to live in, I would advise you to sign up to their invest-to-own policy and say cheers to a new home. You may call Priority View Homes Limited on 055-588-2294, 055-588-2294, and you will never regret you did. Priority View Homes. There's no place like home.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
So it's a 9:33 Effective Living series. We are in the last week, and this is a focus on how to do things. So how do you start and run an agribusiness? My guest is a man who's very experienced in the area, Dr. Mark Tutusapon. Doc, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So are you a farmer or a farm teacher?
I am. So I am a farmer.
Mm-hmm.
I produce pineapples and papaya
Correct.
for exports,
Mm-hmm.
and then also into processing, value addition.
Mm.
But yes, you asked right. I also train in the area of agriculture value chain, and consult as well. So it's kind of like an all-embodied, activities for me as far as agriculture is concerned.
So let's talk about agribusiness. What is it? When you say an agribusiness, just explain to me in simple terms.
Okay, so when you talk of agribusiness, as you can see, it's coming from two words: agriculture and business. So agriculture mainly deals with scientific approaches to, farming. So how you improve yield, quality of inputs, quality of the yield, quantity, making sure that for example, the products that are coming through are resilient, being able to withstand the climate changes and stuff. But you don't stop there. When you produce, you need to get it to the consumer. And unless you are in a business of an NGO that is producing and giving out for free, but if you want to sell, that is where the business aspect comes in. So when you talk of agribusiness, you are looking at applying business strategies, approaches to agriculture, and treating farming as a market-driven enterprise that is focused on cost management, innovation, and then also, of course, the number one priority, that is profit generation. So in some or in simple terms, that is how I would describe
So it's production, value addition, marketing, all of that together.
Yes, and these three must work together in order to really achieve the objective of profit generation and
amazing.
maximization.
Why is agribusiness so important, particularly for jobs and food? Just talk to me about that.
Agribusiness is important for jobs and food because currently in Ghana, I want to dwell on some of our staples or most commonly used products. So I settled on three, and the NDPC report in 2024 puts our food self-sufficiency for these three crops at rice 55%, which means we are only able to supply 55% of the consumption requirement of the country, meaning that 45% must always be
come from outside.
When you talk of tomatoes, it is 38%. So we have a gap of about 62%.
Wow.
And then for onions, very surprising, 28%.
Wow.
So a gap of 72%. So if you look at this, why agribusiness is the future for food and jobs is that there is rising demand for agricultural products. And then, rising urbanization, also people are becoming also more conscious about what they eat. So all of this put together create a huge opportunity for people wanting to go into, this particular area. Agribusiness also can be very profitable, can turn into become a profitable entity or business, and then jobs can also be created. So currently, in the 2023 report by the Ghana Statistical Service, close to about 36% of the people are involved, the population are involved in agriculture, which then means that, and even at 35%, we still have insufficiency in terms of food supply in the country. So there is a great opportunity for us to take
and when you look at the
advantage.
population in agric, are we talking just farming, or we are including transport, processing, and marketing?
We are looking at all the
whole value chain.
The value chain.
Wonderful. Yeah. So the point of today's show is to talk about how to start an agribusiness, right? So how do you start? Give me some tips on how I enter the system.
So now I am going to share these points. I am putting myself in here as, also an entrepreneur, agriculture. when I started, so I started in 2013.
Okay.
Started with the production and then the export. But before that, I had also worked with a company that was exporting fruits and vegetables to Europe and the Americas. So I've dealt with quite a lot of small-scale farmers, big-time farmers, and you realize that from that time till now, the problems are still very common and still persist. It is because of the way we have gone into the business as, somebody will say business as usual for most of the people.
Yeah.
So, for instance, I would want to say if you want to start, some of the essential steps you want to consider. These are points to be considered, but you can also add on. First, as I have named this, from vision to formal business. Correct. If you have the vision, if you have the will, if you have the purpose, you want to go into agribusiness. Are you having that blueprint? What is your business plan?
Correct.
Because that is going to serve as your kind of like your document to run through the journey. What is your vision? What is your mission? What is your unique selling proposition? What are your competitors producing? What are they adding? Because if you are coming in, why should I ditch, so to speak, my already supplier to come to you? So that is where your unique proposition comes in. And by this, you would have studied and known what your competitors are producing, at what price they are selling, what value they are adding. All of these are very important, so that you don't just go in because you know or have heard that, oh, I hear there is money in this. A typical example I can give is the com center, I call it the com center syndrome or mentality. At some point, everybody was going into communication center, and now I don't know. I have tried to look at some of these com centers around my vicinity, and you cannot find. So you want to find a very strong
value proposition.
Make some financial projections. If you are going into this, what are the break-even analysis you've done for the product? Is it worth it? What is the payback period? So what are some of the scenarios or the simulations you've done? And then, of course, make sure you are registering. So if you want to also register, talk to people who also know or are in the business, because there are people who are starting small, yet they will want to go and register as less a limited liability when you actually are at the trial phase. So either to go for private as a sole proprietor or limited liability will depend on the scope or the scale, and then choose a focused product. And by choosing the focused product, you want to look at what product you want to go into, whether it is crop or animal.
Correct.
What is the demand like? How much time do you have? A lot of people go into agribusiness or into agriculture as, let me say, a vocation or maybe kind of like a retirement plan. So they are not actually focusing on the main job that is supposed to bring them money. But if you look at it, it is a full-time job or a full-time profession that you have to make the time. You are in Accra and you are setting up, let's say, a poultry farm in, let's say, the Bono region or the Ashanti region. You go there only maybe once a month. The workers there are going to make a lot of money from your eggs, because if you don't go there often, you go there and the layers have not laid eggs. What would you say? So you should know how much time you have, and then the crop you want to go into. So based on even the time you have on your hand, you decide or choose the crop you want to, or the animal you want to go into. If you are going into poultry, which demand full-time, presence,
you can't do poultry part-time.
You cannot do poultry part-time. You cannot do vegetable farming part-time, because for vegetable farming, you need to be virtually there on a daily basis. But if you talk of some of the perennials, like the tree crops, mango, or some of the,
even teak. Tree crops,
crops, some of these.
What about pineapple?
Pineapple. So pineapple, for instance, one of the reasons why I actually love and went into pineapple was the time. Because I was also doing other things. But for pineapple production, it gives you that opportunity or the luxury to actually even visit virtually every 2 weeks. Because when it comes to fertilization and some of the activities, you can plan it such that it happens virtually every 2 weeks.
You don't have to be
there every day.
ample
time to get into that space.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then we also want to look at finding your market and your niche. What is because the final objective or the object of your agribusiness is to sell. Sell to who? To your consumers. Your consumers are within the market. Which market are you targeting? Locally? International market? Which type of consumers are you targeting? Are you targeting consumers who prefer organically produced, fruit or vegetables or animals? Are you targeting consumers who prefer a certain variety of, say, pineapples? So the fact that you hear there is money in pineapple, you don't just go select any variety and plant. You can plant a variety. Demand for pineapple is high, but that particular variety will not sell. So look at what the customers or the consumers want. What are their requirements in terms of specifications and then also certifications?
So don't just plant pineapple for pineapple's sake. Is it smooth cayenne? Is it
MD2?
Is it the one that the export market is looking for? Think about those things. So talk to an expert. Don't
talk
just
to an expert.
Me will see Then you just go and start planting.
Yeah, talk to an expert. So it's very important. What certifications are required? That I got a call yesterday from a guy. He says he wants to export pineapples to EU. In the EU.
Sure.
Then I asked him, do you have a farm? No. What variety of pineapple do you want? Oh, I don't know.
Sure.
Whatever you have.
On you serious?
Where are you going to send to? Which country? By which means? Is it by sea, by air? Yeah. All of this must be things that you should
wishful thinking.
Yeah, but sometimes people talk to people and they are like, oh, I can give you pineapples because there are plenty pineapple farms in Ghana. But trust me, every farmer, every serious agribusiness entity has a market for his product before he actually even plants.
Let's talk about the financial management required to start, because so a couple of questions. Where do you get your money from? How do you plan your cash flow so that you don't get broke? Because it looks like farming cash flow cycles are different from regular cash flow cycles.
Exactly.
So just talk to me a bit about that.
So very, very important. So I'll say if you are also starting, you want to start small, in quote, depending on the cash available. You don't go into an area where you are not so familiar or comfortable with. You go and do like maybe 20 hectare pineapple field or 20 hectare papaya or a mango field. When you talk of pineapple, it takes a minimum of around 14 to 16 months to mature, which then means that from month 1,
more than a year,
month 1 up to the 12th month, on a weekly or a monthly basis, let me even make it simple, you have to expend cash without having anything in return for continuous 1 year. So if you are going to depend and make it large, so that is why I said know what product you are actually going into. So if you don't have one, the financial muscle to go into this particular product, then you look for something that is very easy to handle. Let's say maybe some of the vegetables you are looking at between 3 to 4 months. You are harvesting and making your money. But of course, the money involved in terms of the returns will not be as high as the pineapple. But if you want to go into an area like pineapple, an area like mango, for mango, your first harvest is going to come in 3 years or 4 years after planting.
Serious?
So you have to sit 4 years before you go in to harvest your first fruit. But the plant or the crops in the soil will every day need to feed. So these are the issues. So make sure you are having your calculations in terms of operation costs at the startup right, and then you prioritize, for example, your savings, or depend on family and friends in terms of your sources of funding.
Not bank initially.
No, I will not advise anybody who will want to go into agribusiness as a startup to turn to the bank, because sometimes as a startup,
no.
But when you are scaling, there you would have actually learned all the necessary let me say rituals and everything around the business. Then you can go in for, because if you are going for very high end interest loans, you end up paying the
your skin will catch you.
Serious. You end up paying the loan with the loan you acquired, and the interest will be sitting there for you. So normally within our system, you can fall on family, you can fall on friends to help you. Of course, if you also have some personal savings, you can fall on. Yes. And then make sure your cash flow management is also intact, and then up to standard.
We're talking to Dr. Mark Tutusapong, and our topic this morning is how to start and run your agribusiness. So far, he's given us what an agribusiness is and the importance of agribusiness to our economy, and he's given us some essential steps for agribusiness: business plan, finding your niche market, financial management, sustainability, and growth. For sake of time, I'd like you to move into land, because land is a big issue in Ghana, right? Just make a couple of comments about how do you get the land, and also how do you get the right location, and then also what kind of equipment you should think about when you are entering agriculture.
Thank you very much for this. This is very, very important, because I have an experience. I lost about 40,000 pineapple fruits that were ready. In fact, they were ripened. I was for instance going to harvest on Saturday. On Thursday, the landlords who were at loggerheads and were fighting over that land, one had gone in to clear the land together with the pineapples on it, and then giving the land out for sand winning, because they needed money.
And they didn't even wait for your thing to finish?
No, they did not wait for me to harvest. The saddest part is that on that particular day, on the Thursday that they did the thing on Saturday, I was with them. They saw me. They have my number. They did not call me. They destroyed everything. And between Thursday and Saturday, when I got wind of it and went to the field, they had actually won about 40 double axle tipper trucks from that particular land. Now, when you go there, the land is like a pool, like a swimming pool. It's very, very serious. So please, don't just let anybody tell you, I can give you land. Get the right people to get the land from. I have another experience where I got the land actually even from the right people. Immediately after that, they were quarreling over the land. I had to wait for 6 months before I could go in to plant. By that time, I would have prepared the land and had waited for the planting to go on. So when you are getting the land, first and foremost, make sure you are getting from the right people, and then make sure you are having a document over this. It's very, very important. Then making sure that the land is also suitable for the type of crop you are growing. So for instance, crops have pH levels they will grow in Ghana.
It's not easy.
Or all over the world. So if you are looking at tomatoes, for instance, will require a pH of about 5.5 to 7.5. So slightly acidic to alkaline. And then pineapple, for instance, will have mildly acidic to, slightly acidic soil.
So somebody must test your soil.
You test your soil. Do soil testing to know the levels of the pH and the fertility levels. Because in Ghana, no two land sites. In fact, there are areas where on that same particular land, part of the land will be very fertile, the other will not be fertile.
So when good soil fertility
you do soil testing, soil fertility analysis to determine the nutrient levels and the pH, so that you know which crop you are growing. If the nutrient level or the pH, for instance, is not what is required for that particular crop, then you do what we call the soil amendment. You bring it to the level of the required pH before you go ahead.
Wonderful.
And then the land tenure system, which is a big issue, make sure you are getting it from the right person. Then there is documentation or documenting of it. Then the equipment. Some people who want to go into, say, okay, I want to do maize. I need to buy a tractor. If you buy a tractor, how long are you going to use this tractor? Possibly maybe once
to just clear the land.
To clear the land, and it will be sitting. So you probably will have to make sure that you are identifying the right equipment or the machinery, and then if possible, you maximize the potential of it and minimize the cost through possibly leasing or going for some used and fairly.
So you can either lease
condition.
or get somebody to even clear the land for you and
clear the land for you. There are some areas where it is quite difficult to get tractor services around. So sometimes, in some of the places in the central region, my farm is located in the central, in the Kumfi district, by the way. Sometimes you have to get tractors. I think now it is a little better, but when I started, I had to get tractors from, sometimes from Accra or even Kaswa.
All the way.
And they will charge you for transportation and stuff. But you have to also look at the area and then possibly the availability of machinery to be used or for clearing of your.
It's not small like that, though.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Let's come to managing your farm efficiently. So I've gotten my land, I've cleared it, I've done my soil test, I've decided I want to go into maybe cabbage or whatever. How do I make sure that I'm running the farm well? What do I need to look out for from the planting to the management to the harvesting?
Okay, so knowing when to plant, knowing when to produce, so in terms of the animals, when to harvest and when to sell.
Okay.
So for instance, if I want to grow cabbage or okra, which season are you targeting? Is it the rainy season? Because if you are targeting the rainy season, everybody will plant cabbage and okra. Market will not be that high for you. So possibly you look at investing in irrigation where you target the dry season.
The lean season.
The lean season.
Correct.
Yeah. Thank you for that. So from around November to say March, this is a period where it is very, very important. So you time your planting so that you can maximize, the market. And then making sure your record keeping is also top notch. Because when it comes to certification, for instance, record keeping is very key. Traceability is key. Now, consumers will want to know where their food is coming from because of food safety concerns. So if I ask you, okay, so you harvested your tomatoes from this particular week. Where did you plant? What is the history of application for this particular tomatoes you are giving to me? You cannot give if you don't have records. And it's very, very important to keep records.
What do you think of greenhouse agriculture? Is it a luxury or does it help yields?
Greenhouse agriculture help in improving yields, yes. But the cost of erecting. So for a startup,
to be a bit
I would advise that you try maybe open field, and then when you are sure and things are right for you, you go for the greenhouse, because it's a bit. Virtually all the components of the greenhouse are imported, and that is what makes it very expensive. Other than that, I will encourage that we go into greenhousing.
Amazing stuff. Now, so you've spoken about record keeping, planning, and general good agricultural practices.
Good agricultural practices, ensuring that you are doing things right. If you are doing organic production, don't go and apply pesticides on the product and sell it as organic.
How do I identify a good farm manager? What should I look out for?
If you are looking out for a good farm manager is one who is adept with the type of product he's handling.
So it's product based.
Product based. He's able to identify deficiencies. He's able to advise you, the farm owner. So he has knowledge about the soil. He has knowledge about the product or the crop. He has knowledge about even the market. A good farm manager will not just say, okay, let's produce, and then he cannot sell, and at the end of the month, he will be drawing his salary. He should be concerned about...
Where can I get a good farm manager? Do they go to agri-colleges? I hear there are agri-colleges in Ghana. Is that the best place to get a good farm manager? Or you go and poach from another farmer?
There are, okay, so it's all about the preparedness of the person to also learn on the job.
Correct.
So sometimes you will need the basic knowledge and understanding of, say, agriculture. But if you come to the job, you have to also learn, be prepared to learn. Not to. So there are people who are virtually like, excuse my language to say, that like robots. They will just be sitting waiting for instructions. But you should be innovative as a good farm manager.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can get them from school, but some of the people. But the question also then is, most of these farm our farms are located within the rural setting, and yet some of these young men and women, are they willing or prepared to want to stay in these places?
That's a good point.
So that is the challenge.
How can people get in touch with you? You talk about Greek and make it so simple. So I believe you consult, you teach, you help.
Yes.
So if somebody wants you to support them with your consultancy in setting up a farm, can you give us a number or email address so we can reach you?
Yeah. Okay. So for email, so it's Sarpong, SARPONG, at Nanfields, NAAN, Nanfields, NAANFIELDS.com.
Give me a phone number. Your email address is too long.
So phone number. So the one I mostly would prefer to be used is 020 993 7475.
020-993-7475.
Or maybe you can add the MTN to 0244 95 3044.
So you can help people consult on farm, starting a farm, all the things you need to do.
Yeah.
So that's a
farming is not, if you really want to do well with agribusiness, it is not by luck. You need to be very intentional about it, and then you need to maintain the discipline, and then also have the deep understanding of what you are going through. And sometimes you will need people from outside your own fold to come in to help you with that.
You can reach him on 020-993-7475 or 0244-953-044. I've been speaking to Dr. Mark Tutu Sarpong, and our topic today has been how to start and run your agribusiness. Brought to you by Hallmark Freight and Consultancy. Freight forwarding just got easier with Hallmark. Our attention to detail prevents customers from ever having to pay demurrage. Quality and cost-effective services include ocean freight, air freight, customs clearance, logistics, warehousing, project cargo, ex-works, and break bulk. Have your air freight delivered in less than 24 hours, sea freight in less than 48, and land freight in just 4 hours. Call 0302-915-335. Hallmark Freight and Consultancy, your trusted and reliable partner. And if you're looking for the best of flavor in every sip, discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages, where we have 5 distinct flavors available at a retail store near you. Call 0550-032231. Well, that's all we have time for today's edition of the program. Coming up next is Citi News at 10 with Shiba Arababeni. Good morning, Shiba.
Good morning, Bernard, and welcome to Citi News at 10. Coming up in the bulletin.